Right, everyone, just going to test my microphone, so I'm going to scratch it quickly. Yeah, that's all right. You can hear the bird cheeping around in the background. So yeah, right, everyone, normal chat. If anyone asks about that, I'll explain it to you. Just chat about whatever you want. I'll just wait for some people to get on. Sounds like there's a bird outside my window. Can you hear it? Everything should be set up normally, I think. Let's just shut that down. You right, Glenda? Yeah, not bad, mate, not bad. I've been trying to set up a green screen to do some videos with special effects, basically, but it's a lot of fucking work, in all honesty, getting it right. Right, Stug. Problem is that's all creased up, and it's not the kind of material you can iron. And to be honest, I can't iron it anyway. You're right, Mr. Ginge. But yeah, I'm not even in the bloody. Hang on, let's get this round. That's slightly better. I can lean back a bit now. But yeah, it's been quite a nightmare. I've been doing it all day. Hang on. I'll get the light to come back a bit. Yeah, I've been trying to do it all day long. Quite difficult. You're right, Peach. You're right, dear love. You're right, Zed. You're right, Rich. Yeah. Trying to set up a green screen. I've still got the green screen up there, but that one's never been very good. So I thought I'd put one here, or maybe I'd get it tauter and tighter, get less wrinkles in it then. And I've got a bit more room as well, because obviously the sofa's in the way. This way I can, if I do that there, I can be like here and back. You know what I mean? If I do it the other way, it doesn't really work. Yeah, you should have. I don't. Yeah, your first comment, so don't bother me. Yeah, I do it. Glenn asks, I suppose I should make a bell end. Oh, first comment. No, not going to. The Pagan King, you right, mate? Yeah, I'm all right. I'm all right. Oh, left me a box out. That's just what them quivers was it in. Pete said up to 43 kilograms on the bench press, pushing myself to get a set of 10 done. Nice one. Nice one. Sounds good, Peach. Yeah. I can't remember how much I used to be able to lift when I used to do weights years ago in my, 18, 19, 20 sort of age. And then I just stopped. I never did it that much anyway, but enough that I would write the stuff down in a book, you know what I mean? So yeah, what's everyone been at? That's all I've been doing all day is that bloody green screen. What I did, I tried a couple of different ways to fuck, it's a weird family for it. I tried a set of blinds because there was like a lime green. They were too dirty and you'll be surprised how dirty lime green is actually quite similar to your skin color. Same with anything that's red or pink. There's too much red or pink in your skin. You know what I mean? None of those would work. So then I got, that was the back. That was doubled up. Yeah. That is my quivers rounded up. I put them on there deliberately, hoping someone would ask. Yeah. Maybe I could sell some tonight. I got more than this. I got about 16 at the minute. I did think that was a bit weird. Yeah, dryer. I don't know, it could be one of the dryer things. Yeah, sofa. Yeah, that's my quivers. But there's 10 there. I've got another 6 in the shed. I've got about 124 bolts coming to make at least another 10 or more. Yeah, these ones I may send to America. A bloke called Dwayne Myers, XDM50. You'll see his name come up on there. He's got his own eBay store, and it'd be easier. He wants to sell my stuff anyway. You know what I mean? He wanted me to make stuff for him and sell it before, but I could never get the time. But see, I make the quivers anyway, so I may just send him 10 of these. He can see how they sell, and maybe a regular thing. May even offer some to some websites. Richard said, did that Love Gun guitar cover, and that's all I've done today. I'll have to watch that, Richard. I did see that was on there. Pagan King said, I'm glad to hear that, man. Yeah, I'm doing fine. Daryl, I've said that they look cool. Cheers, mate. Yeah, they sell quite well. Whenever I do a video on like solely on them, they do sell out pretty quick. I've got an issue with PayPal at the minute. It's hard for me to sell them because I ain't got nowhere to get the money to send to. But I might just get the money sent to a mate's PayPal for now, and then I could always have that transferred to my bank and just wait for my PayPal. Yeah. I just thought I'd line him up in case someone says, you got any quivers to sell? Oh, yes, I have. Right, Liam. You right, Slingshot Warrior? Sorry I didn't see you there, mate. Dad said, that's it. I'm finally going nuts. I thought it was a line of toy rabbits. Serves me right for not looking properly. What kind of toy rabbits? Certainly wouldn't be that kind. I suppose they do look like ears, though. I suppose, maybe. Ryan, you right, mate? I said, I hope you keep. I'm all right. I'm all right. Slightly tired tonight. Don't know why. Going darts as soon as I get back to the US. I'm buying an Uzi or a Mac 10. Nice. Yeah. If I could get something like that, yeah, I wouldn't mind something like that. That's got to be sort of one of the very iconic guns in it, especially a Mac 10 in America. Pete said, going back out to the garage, switching to phone. Zed said, I wonder why you had toy rabbits. I didn't like to ask. Slingshot said, I've been preparing for my vacation. No, nice one, mate. Where are you going? Don't say if you don't want to, and don't say don't say when you're going if you don't want to. But yeah, I hope you have a good time. Just got to look in the mirror. I think I've got a bit of been eating sweet corn earlier, like corn on the cob. Feels like there's a bit of stuff in my gum. Yeah, there was. Yeah, literally all day doing that, trying to get that to work properly. So setting one up, filming it, seeing if it's any good. It's not any good. Yeah, all fucking day, nightmare. The problem is after the window's shut, so it's hot, boiling hot. But it should make quite a good video. What I'm going to do with that. Oh, South Carolina. How far is that from you then, Slingshot? Glow darts, I really want an L85A2 or an SA80. You can get them, but they cost about $10,000. Yeah, fucking that's a lot in it. It's gone down the wrong way slightly. A lot of money, but yeah. Right, Bristol. Yeah, I ran out of my last bit of bloody dental floss as well. I'll get it out. I'm still here, by the way. It's coming on. What do I do with my little toothpick? I'm just going to have to ignore it in a minute. Not a lot of people on tonight, is there? Doesn't matter though. Yeah. Oh, it's deep south, is it? Weapons, I said, for some reason, could not fall asleep yesterday till like 5 a.m. I was up till 3 o'clock last night, setting up for the video what this green screen is going to be for. And then I had a lay-in. I say a lay-in, I think I got up about 10:30. Dad said, by the way, does anyone remember John Fitzen? He made me laugh at the times with some of his nonsense. No, I don't know who that is, Zed, I don't think. Let me look. I'll tell you if I do. Oh, what the huge. Funny thing is, Fits and Knives. Yeah, I recognise that name. The funny thing is, I've been looking up pictures of knives recently and seen them. Is that the bloke, Zed? I spent most of the day in bed, as was tired. I'm sort of weirdly tired now. Are those quivers real? Yes, they are. Nice one, tactical. Yes, they are real. Yeah, I thought I'd knock up a load. I may send those ones to America. Right, Grandarky said, nip into the shop, back in 10. See you in a bit. Yeah, I may ask Dwayne Myers, XDM50. You'll see his name come up on there if he wants them. And you can sell them on his US eBay then. Zed said he had a YouTube channel. Yeah, fits another. Oh, yeah, I don't think I've ever watched this stuff, you know. Does he not do YouTube videos anymore? I noticed a lot of knife makers have gone off of YouTube. Guess where they are now? You lot tell me where you think the knife makers have disappeared to, if they're still online. Now, they haven't all gone to this place, but quite a lot of them are over there. I need to be trying to get some more Patreon supporters soon. No, not BitChute. Somewhere, I don't know how to explain it without giving it away. Not Pornhub either. No. A lot of the knife makers seem to have gone onto Instagram. I don't know if it's easier for them to just post pictures. But yeah, you'd be surprised. A lot of the knife makers don't do YouTube anymore. They just do Instagram. It's probably easier. You just get a nice fancy picture, put it on. Saves doing videos, don't it? Things such as any chance you could make the octagon chat grab? Yeah, eventually, mate. Yeah, I will make it eventually. My next thing is probably going to be this. And if you better read that. Terrible writing because I wrote it in a rush. Survival knife, hollow scales, sheath with pouch. This came in the post today from America. I'll show you in a minute. I never watched this stuff, Zed. Zed said, if it fits, he's probably disappeared up his own arse. But yeah, there's a lot of, I've noticed loads of knife makers don't seem to bother with YouTube or Facebook. They seem to be on Instagram now. But as I say, it's probably easier. You just put a picture on. The British man, you're right. So yeah, I was on Amazon.com spending a bit of affiliate money. I had to buy a light for my camera, and while I was there, I had about $20 left. Spent a lot of money, and I found this for sale for $10. It's decent size as well. $10. That's like fucking £8. It may have had like $8 postage, but yeah. So that £15 for that. That's all right. That's probably cheaper than getting it in Henny Haynes, because Henny Haynes you still have to add the £5 or a couple of quid postage. Yeah. So that's and it even had a brass couldn't talk then, brass guard. I won't use that, I'll save that. So I'm going to make this into a survival knife with, I don't know what guard yet. I may do the guard so it has some kind of tools on it, because the scales will come off and the scales will be hollowed out. So it'll still be a full tang knife, but with survival kit in the handle scales. Yeah, for that kind of money, Rich, it's all right, isn't it? Decent thickness. It's just the same as the other, like the one I made, that white handled Bowie, you can see there. It's the same sort of one as that. But for that kind of price, it's all right, isn't it? It's nothing special, but it's for the price and for my kind of knife making, perfect. You're bargaining it, dear love. Gas master, you right, mate? He said, can you do a quick review of those quivers? I haven't seen them yet. Do they attach? Yes, they will attach to literally any crossbow that's got the Picatinny weaver rail underneath. You just unscrew that, tighten it up, bolts come out like that, and this will hold any bolts, so not just the some quivers. I did a review of some quivers recently, and they wouldn't hold any bolts. So they'll hold. This is a prototype one, but it will hold even these with broadheads, and it will hold those kind of bolts, those kind of bolts, the bolts that come with it. They'll literally hold any bolts. Yeah. Screw on in seconds. Get one gas mask. Things are fun. Yeah, it'll be all right, wouldn't it? Yeah, I'm going to turn that into a nice survival knife of my own design. Oh, and it'll have a pry bar. I'm going to make this end into like a big pry bar type screwdriver, so you can pry with it. Hollow handle with a survival kit in it, and then a leather pouch, a leather sheath with a big pouch in it. And also, to be able to get the handles off, there'll be a little Allen key, either on a lanyard. So you take that, the lanyard will have the Allen key on it, so it's always with the knife to take the handle scales off. It'll essentially be like a hollow handled survival knife, but full tang. The British man said, just got a nice German butcher bayonet. Bought it for 100 quid. That sounds good. Matt said, got a Rambo boot dagger from Barrington Source, 17.99. Really good quality. Thought I'd let you know. Nice. That sounds good to me. Sounds good to me. I don't know if I've ever bought anything from Barrington Source, but I know of them. Tacticals, I saw a Sykes Fairbairn copy for less than 8 quid online, but 13.95 postage. Yeah, that's the problem where they do you, is the postage sometimes, isn't it? Jack Rock said, do you like brass knuckles? Yeah, just a little bit. Yeah, you can't own them in this country now, though, sadly. But yeah, that's why half my logo is all knuckle dusters. Slingshot said, did you know you can buy Lord of the Rings dwarf sword and axe replicas? I did know that. I'll tell you how I knew, because there used to be a company called Battle Orders. Well, still about. In the UK, there's a company called Battle Orders, and they sell all of the Lord of the Rings stuff. Yeah, I've seen that kind of stuff. So that's a Slingshot Warrior. These are just wall hangers. But yeah, that's the only issue. A lot of them are wall hangers. Or majority. I think you may get a couple that aren't, but yeah, most of them are. Freddie, you right, mate? The green screen is because I'm going to do a couple of videos with greens. I need to do some special effects. I can let you not know if you want what it is. It's been nothing like you've ever seen of mine, though. Well, nothing that I normally do. I do videos like this, but well, that green screen is essentially because I need some special effects, because I'm going to do a choose your own adventure film series on this channel. Some of it will be filmed like a normal video, but at the end of that video, you'll have choices to make, like maybe 2 or 3 choices. And each of those choices will take you down a different path to a different ending. So some of them will need special effects. But it'll include loads of different genres, like, you know, horror, time travel, found footage, yeah, all that kind of stuff. I've mapped it all out. It'll have at least 10 different endings. And some of it, when you watch it, you'll think, oh, that doesn't make sense. If you go back and do a different story, some of the stories that you think don't make sense will be explained in different stories, especially with the time travel bit. But yeah, there'll be time travel, deaths galore, 1 actor, maybe 2. The other one's not human. Yeah, it took me 2 hours last night to try and work out the time travel bit so that there was no plot holes or like paradoxes in it. It was a nightmare to make sure there was not a single plot hole in it. But the problem is, as soon as you start doing time travel, it all has to make sense. That said, Slingshot, and they're bloody awful to use in real life. Slingshot said Mike was able to turn a wall hanger into a functional blade. I suppose, yeah. Oh, is that what you mean, Slingshot? Like, get some of those wall hangers and make them into proper things? Yeah, I suppose. Depends on the price. Matt said I'd like an orc sword or a machete. Yeah, I like them. Yes, and that one, if that's made with the right metal, that would be it, because that's literally a piece of metal with a wrap on it, isn't it? The one with the spike on the back. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, that's it, Freddie. We spoke about it on the Twitch streams, didn't we? Zed said, Slingshot, that's true, but those things would need tons of work. so much it wouldn't be worth it. Yeah, all depends the price you're buying them as well. Because he's like, the things I get, I always get something like really cheap. Gasmar said, "Do we get eaten by zombies if we choose wrong?" Well, all of the stories are about me, so you're directing me down a story. You know what I mean? So I may get eaten by zombies. Slingshot said the dwarf blade would look good on Mike's wall. Slingshot said, not Slingshot. Liam Weapons and Stuff said Mike is a better screenwriter than lots of films. Mr. Live Era said, "Will Zombie be making a film?" He might be. I'll tell you what, it's going to take a lot of planning to film all this shit with one person as well. I'm going to have to do all of the characters. I've got it all planned out. I'll show you. I won't show you close enough so you can read it because I don't want to spoil it. But this is the mapped out story of it. If you can see that. And each of those red bits is one of the endings. But because obviously, the more every time you branch off, it gets bigger and bigger. Like how a family tree gets bigger and bigger as it goes along. That bloody thing does. So it starts off with one video, splits off into 3. Each of those 3 splits off into 2. Each of those 2 might split into 2 again. Yeah, 10 endings at least. Some may revert back, so you can do a bit again. Some, I won't say too much, but that's going to be filmed soon. I was going to film it today, but I'm going to have to make a load of props as well. Jamie Ross said, "Mike for Prime Minister." Things that said, "Wall hangers are Mike." Kyle, right, mate? Yeah, I'm all right. Dan said, "Zombie would make a better PM than the one we have." Freddie said, "Why so many bolt holders? Planning on selling them." I just thought if I line them up there, more likely for someone to say, "What's that?" Get your bolt holders. Jack Rock said, "Do you guys have militias?" No, I don't think that's a thing over here. That's massive. From my understanding, time travel is not possible. You would have to rewind, fast forward the whole universe. In theory, slowing time is possible if you're in a warp bubble. There you go. Yeah, I don't believe time travel could ever happen, but it's an interesting film concept. You know what I mean? I think the only way time travel would ever work is if you was essentially time traveling into another universe. Because, if there was time travel, we would already know, wouldn't we? Technically. But if you was always traveling into a different universe, only that you would never experience in this one. You'd only experience another one. But you could go into the theory of time travel for fucking hours and hours and hours and hours. But gets very complicated to try and make time travel make total sense though, without a lot of plot holes. I could have left a shitload of plot holes in that story, but I didn't want to. I wanted every bit of it to make sense. But you will have to have got all 10 endings to make every bit make total sense. But yeah, if you watch any bit and you think that doesn't make sense, go back, start it again, pick a different path, and you'll see how that bit came to be. Zed said, "Tactical pirate, let's not get into politics." I agree there. Bob the Metal Guy, right, Bob? Yeah, and said, "Cheers to you all." Benny said, "True, that's what I said." Yes, exactly. That's what I put them up so people say, "What's that?" Jamie said, "Have you seen the film Stop or Mum Will Shoot? Imagine if all your guns was washed like that." I have watched that. I have watched that years ago, but I can't remember that. But what does she do? Wash his bloody guns or something? No, I'll tell you what. I don't think I've watched that. I've watched. Is there another Sylvester Stallone film called Throw? Is it Throw Mama from the Train? Or am I imagining that? Dad said time travel is possible. We are, after all, traveling into the future. Well, yeah, I guess. And I suppose if you can do the old suspended animation or whatever, and sleep without aging, you could travel into the future, couldn't you? Essentially, yeah. Matt said that timeline looks crazy, kind of Back to the Future or Terminator. Yeah, there's a lot of shit going on in there. That's why I held it back a bit. But there are loads going on. Yeah, the first bit will split into 3 different stories. The first one will split into another 3. The second one will split into 2. The third one will split into 2. some of those just end, but then some of them go into twos. Yeah, at least 10 endings so far. But if I wanted to, I could always add another one onto the very first one. Four things to choose. And also, what will happen is when you watch the video, at the end of the video, you'll pick it. It will come up with an annotation. You know, you can do the little squares on the annotations. So on the screen, like there and there, it will say, ignore the phone call, answer the phone call. And you just pick it, takes you straight to the next video. Yeah. So it'll all be sort of properly automated. You don't have to. I'll add links in the description anyway, but Jezu, right, mate? But yeah, I've had this plan for fucking ages, in all honesty. Over a year, but it was just getting around to do it. Liam said, just had to turn off comments on my latest video as there was so much weird shit being commented. Oh, yeah, today's video, yeah, I saw a couple of the weird comments. Some of them didn't get what you were saying, did they? I was going to comment to a couple of people saying, I don't think you quite understand what Liam's saying there. Stacey, you're right. Matt, you're right. He said, Mike, if you could travel back, would you stop yourself having an ACAB tattoo? You know what? Probably not. But maybe later on at a stage when I had some money, I may have got it removed then. But at the time, it was sort of beneficial, if that makes sense. But nowadays, it's sort of pointless and I don't get nothing out of it, if that makes sense. So maybe if I could travel back to when I was in my 20s and could have afforded to done something about it, yeah. So yeah, but not when I had it done. That may sound weird, but Richard said, should have my new bass guitar built and finished within the next 3 weeks. You doing any videos on making it, Rich, or are you just gonna like do it and then you're obviously gonna show it, ain't you? Sounds good though. I'll watch your video later. Stacey and Matt, did I say I looked up not looked up. I asked a mate and I asked John to see if they could get some 2020. You can't seem to get it around here, but you can buy it off of Amazon. You can get. It's going to be quite dear. I think it's the 750ml bottle, quite a big bottle at least. It's about a tenner. I don't know what the postage is, but I might just get one of those one day. Matt said, have you played Detroit Become Human? Developers must have had a lot of patience to create a story without loopholes. Yes, I have played that actually. Yeah. Yeah, I like that. And that's a similar thing, hasn't it? Stories that go off to different I've played all of those. I've played Detroit Become Human, Beyond Two Souls, Heavy Rain, and Fahrenheit. Yeah, they're good games, aren't they? I like all of them. But yeah, it's a lot of work. And as I said, it's the time travel that fucks it up. Because as soon as you time travel in it and go back, there has to be a reason for, like, if they found something, say, to make, like, why did they have the ability to time travel? Someone must have made that ability. So you then have to have a reason for that and shit like that, and it gets really complicated. No, so I ain't got no other tattoos. That's it. I've got a covered up one, which is a name. That's it. No, I ain't got. Malcolm's covered in them. My twin brother's covered in them. I've never really been interested in them. I've never seen something I really wanted. Gasmask said, some speculate that the grey aliens are us from the future. I don't believe that. I think they are clones created by AI that was sent here long ago. Could be. Oh, it's quite an interesting theory. I never really thought about that, Desi said probably the people from the last live stream, Liam. Yeah. Matt said, if I could travel back, Mike, I'd stop myself meeting Stacey. She turned me into a perv. Fuck's sake. Jamie said, Mike, what was the first weapon you ever got? I don't know. A couple of pen knives. First gun I ever had, first BB gun was a BB gun revolver. Yeah, I don't know what you'd say a true weapon. Don't know. Dad said to Matt, I reckon he went back in time and told his younger self not to have the tattoo. Younger Mike would call him an interviewing our bastard. You're probably right there, Dad. Probably right there. Tactical said, I've travelled back. Where's that gone? Far enough to fill my room full of spirits for £1. Yeah, bloody hell, I forgot about that. Prices of booze. I still think things cost like what they cost like 20 years ago, though. Joe said on the streets there's a pub and people don't understand that COVID is still a threat. And it's worse for me that I'm asthmatic. You know, I have a bigger chance of dying from it. Yeah, I've heard that it's getting now that a lot of people are seeming to not care, if you know what I mean. Steve said, did your collection outgrow the other coverings? Oh, what do you mean here? Oh no, if you mean the green screen, that was just something I've got planned. Weapons, I've said to Yazoo, which ones? It was more weird political global warming comments that had nothing to do with the video. But yeah, I noticed there was a lot of people didn't seem to get. Jamie said, I've got a very shiny head. That's my light. Where am I? Matt said, it's a shame they stopped making G10 air pistols. Yeah, I used to like that one. That was the one where you pulled it back, wasn't it? And it had the bit at the front, you tipped it up, put either a BB or a pellet in, shut it, pulled it back. And it was sort of Colt 45, Colt 911 looking, wasn't it? Yeah. Dara Love said, John D. Queen's advisor, 77, often called up grey alien type demons. Never heard of that one, Dara Love. I'm not big on a lot of them kind of things, in all honesty. I ain't got the knowledge on them. Sound interesting, though. One thing is, we was having a bit of a discussion earlier about that kind of stuff, though, just in general, like the ones, like a lot of the stuff that's about, if that makes sense. Jesu said they treat it if it didn't exist, and I caught swine flu in 2009. I was days away from dying from it. I'm really paranoid about it. I don't blame you, mate. If you've been seriously ill from it, yeah, I'd be worried about it. You know, my mum's got illnesses that if she caught it, probably kill her, and then that'd be my mum and dad dead in 1 year. Yeah, so I ain't fucking risking it. Jamie said I had a G10. Yeah, we had a G10 here. It was Malk's. It wasn't mine, but obviously, yeah, I would have used it. But yeah. Steve said, of the 3 crossbow pistols in your quiver video, which is your favourite? The actual crossbows, I don't know. I do quite like the it's normally there, the Tomcat 2 now, because of having that the way I've set it up with the sling, the stock extender in that, and the torch. It's quite a nice little carbine crossbow. But I must admit, the Horizon Redback is slightly stronger. So if it was the choice, I don't know. I like them both equally, but I like the Horizon because it's more of a dedicated pistol, and I like that one because it's more of a dedicated carbine. The Tron's all right, but the Tron's not as strong as them two. Matt said, don't worry about losing hair, Mike. I've been balding since 19. It's just, I'm not balding, that's just a light, mate. In fact, it does look like a little bit there. That's just a light, ignore that. That's what happens when your hair's like 4 millimeters long. You can see the skull. I've got plenty of hair when it's nice and when you see it about an inch thick, it's lovely and dark. Nah, it's just hair, isn't it? Who cares? Zed said, okay, people, let's stop all the bug stuff. Talk about fun things. Yeah, that's a good point. I don't mind what comes up, but I do prefer these if they're a bit lighter. We can have more of a this is a nice place to sort of escape from all the shit, if you know what I mean. We can listen to that kind of shit all day long, can't we? But I don't blame people if they want to bring it up. Slade Wilson said, your awesome weapon wall is looking awesome. Thank you. There's normally more. That's covered up. I'm doing a green screen, but I ain't even managed to film the stuff yet. I've just been trying to set it up all day. John, you right, mate? Said you're getting shiny. What is that with everyone today? Bloody terrors. Why is that? Not normal, is it? Maybe my hair is falling out and I ain't noticed. I've been quite pissed off lately, but for no reason. I don't know if it's just because of the situation and that, but been getting very frustrated and pissed off very easily over little petty bullshit that I shouldn't. Steve said, I like the Tomcat too. I'm thinking about getting on. But yeah, they are very good. Now, one thing I would say though, the Tomcat 2 is so much easier to cock than the Redback. My Redback's just there. My Tomcat 2's over there at the minute. Tomcat 2, because it's got that extra bit of leverage, is easier to cock. James said, Mike, how long does it take you to dust your great collection? I have a whole room for the World War II stuff and it takes a whole day. Yeah, it does. In fact, last time I dusted this room, I never even got around to the guns. I did every fucking thing else. Telly and that all over there, computer here. I never even got around to the guns. Luckily, though, when they're covered up like that, they don't get so dusty. Them ones there never get uncovered now. They do for proper videos. But yeah, it does take all bloody day, doesn't it? As you said, I woke up really pissed off today for no reason. Strange, isn't it? How that can happen. Bob said, cleaning guns here, Mike. That's what it's meant Friday. Yeah, I do like going out and having a shoot. I must admit, Bob, he's been getting to go out with his missus shooting. I do like a good shoot and then, yeah, sit there and clean your guns. Weapons officer had some nice gifts from Hope today. Full face Chinese mask and 2 half Chinese masks. Nice. That sounds good, Lynn. John said, Mike, you used to comment on a lot of things. I swear I've been accidentally stalking you. Sydney said, just on holiday at the moment in Dorset. Oh, nice. So many antique shops, but no nice knives there. That's a shame. You start to miss a lot of that kind of stuff now. A lot of them shops are shutting down, aren't they? Not antique shops, but the antique shops stop selling all the good stuff. Yeah. Sydney, I just read that one. Sam, you right, mate? Liam said, yeah, I reckon all the lockdown stuff is leading to a lot of people getting stressed and having short fuse. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. And then little things like someone moving a bin bag off the top of the bin to the floor make me fly into a fucking rage. And then that carries on. And that's why there's so many quivers there. I got so pissed off, I just thought, I've got to do something. So I went in the shed and just went mental, making quivers. So at least I put that anger to some fucking good use. Earned myself 100 quid there. In about 3 hours. Steve said, given the choice, would you rather use a full-size crossbow or pistol crossbow? Depends on what it was. But yeah, I don't know. I must admit, these pistol crossbows now are becoming powerful enough that you can use them practically for things if you had to. You know what I mean? So yeah, maybe a pistol. I'm not sure though. It all depends what you need it for. Where am I? Gregory, you right, mate? Zed said to Sydney, I do know that at Bournemouth, the plod asked local shops are not to sell non-kitchen knives. Oh, Prepared Norseman, you right, mate? Nearly missed you then. I'm going to try and catch up a little bit. Daryl says, sorry, Mike, I was cooking a late dinner. How much are the quivers? It's £10, £2.50 postage, but you get the bolts for it. With it, sorry. That's why mine are slightly... I don't think they're expensive, but I've noticed you can get 2 other quivers. They're a little bit cheaper than these, but they don't give you the bolts. I do. So the little bit extra you spend on mine are universal, fit any bolts, and you get bolts with it just to prove they fit them. £12.50 all in, basically, yeah, love. Yeah, £12.50 all in. So 10 quid, £2.50 postage. Where am I? Sydney said, yeah, military stuff gets less and less every year. It's a shame, really, isn't it? Sam said, evening tactical. Ada said, Tomcat, it has the power of the Redback. I've tested both mine. It's just market block. I tested both of mine, and I thought they were slightly different. Only by a tiny little bit. But when I tested them personally, I thought there was slight less power in that. I have tested them both. But there have been people who said they're the same. Yeah. Weapons, I say, not a bad anyway. It's all right, really. Yeah, good. Yeah, they're quite economical. They are. James said there's 2 shops in Plymouth, absolutely full to the brim with guns, swords, knives. Nice, that sounds excellent. Matt said, Mike, you should get a punch bag, get the anger out. Yeah, could do. Gregory said, given the choice, I would use an AR-15. You should move to America. Jesu said 8 Polish people have been sentenced recently for modern slavery. Stacey said, Matt, you still need to put up a punch bag in the garage. There you go, he's been told. That said 9 crossbow quivers sitting on a couch and 1 crossbow. I can't even say it. If 1 crossbow quiver should accidentally fall, fuck's sake. Yes. What happens when the last one goes? Sam said, I'm just about to go for a night walk, test my head torch. Is that the one you had in the video, your fishing video? I watched your fishing video, Sam. Forgot to comment. Yeah, sadly, no surplus stores near me anymore, and the local antique shop generally wants outrageous prices for the surplus they get in. I'm finally catching up now. Plus, you get the mount for the quiver. Yes. Yeah. But yeah, with mine, the 3D printed ones are pretty good. They're pretty fussy about the bolts, though. This will hold all of the different bolts you can buy, including the ones that come with it, with the crossbows. Whereas the 3D printed don't quite fit all of them. Yeah, these will fit any bolts. You know, they don't fall out or nothing. Yeah, handmade. So they're all ever so slightly different. Email me if you want one. My email is in the description. I should have put it on the I might have to change my descriptions. There's a couple of Mike's quivers. They're bloody good, especially for the price. Thank you, Jed. I appreciate that. Matt said bargain quivers. They look very sturdy. No, they're proper solid. They're made from 1.5 mil kydex, molded round them. Yeah, they should last a lifetime. Jamie said a burglar breaks into your house. What weapon would you use to scare the crap out of him? Oh, I don't know. I don't know if I should say that. Bit dodgy ground that is, in all honesty, Jamie. You just imagine what it is. And this isn't it, but did I show you? This wouldn't be it either. But did I say? Have I shown you this? I have shown you that, haven't I have got a baseball bat up there, better proper one. This was supposed to be a bloody machete. I don't know why that suddenly made me think of that. I think I just suddenly thought because I've never shown it. Steve said you should make those with a belt loop. Well, the thing is, you can get I'll tell you what, Steve. I could add a belt loop on that in seconds. And the other thing I could do, with a little bit of a modification, just changing where the holes are. Well, I've heard the holes are perfect. These can be mounted on the side of those stock extenders, 2 on each side. If you just take the mount off, put the bolts through. I could put a belt loop on that in like a second, in all honesty. But you can buy. The thing is, you can buy belt loop quivers, and you can buy like an arm quiver, but you can't actually buy any of these. Well, you couldn't anyway until I started making them, and then the 3D printer bloke made some. DLR, thank you, mate. As soon as you email me, I can sort that out for you. If you look in the description, the email, it's weaponcollector1@aol.co.uk. But if you look in the description, there'll be something about donations, and then it will say about my email. It's that email. I'll sort you out. I've got ready for you. Nice one, mate. I appreciate that because it does help me out. Because I don't like, this is my job really, I'm doing that, and I don't actually get any benefits or sign on or anything like that. It's not really worth my bother. Because if I was going to get a job, I'd just get a job. If I sign on, they'll just try and make me work, and then I wouldn't be able to do the YouTube anymore or anything like that. So, and I'm in a sort of weird situation where I can just about get away with not working anyway, because I do get I do this kind of stuff for my money. But it does, people buying that kind of stuff does help me out. Matt said, it's a sucker, Mike. Since moving, I can't shoot my crossbow and air guns in the garden, and it's too built up. Yeah, that sounds like a nightmare. I hate that kind of thing. I'm dreading that one day that'll happen to me. Bristol said, "What's happening with the broadheads?" I'll tell you what. This is what's happening with the broadheads. There's the capability to make 48 of them there, but I've only got 12 heads at the minute. But yeah, they're definitely coming. I've ordered some glue, Bristol. So the broadheads, there'll be 12 broadheads available soon. I know it's not a lot, but due to the COVID-19 stuff, it's a nightmare buying the heads because they only get them in China. Now the crossbow bolts, I can get them anywhere. But yeah, bloody heads, you just can't get them anywhere but China. But it seems like stuff's coming in a bit more now. Oh, thank you, Bob. Yeah, Bob also said use Mike's Amazon links. Yes, yeah, if you shop on Amazon or eBay, use the links that I provide in my videos, and then go and bookmark. Use that as your bookmark after you've been there. Then every time you spend something, don't matter what you buy, it can be literally anything. I get a percentage of what you spend at no added cost to you. That massively helps me out, actually. The funny thing is, I was supposed to do some of that kind of stuff tonight. Because I've lost a load of Patreon supporters lately. I'm down to like $43. It was on like 68 at one point, I think. Liam said, Mum's bringing Grandad over tomorrow so we can have some company. Going to get the Reuben and the Henry out for him to play. Nice. That sounds really good, Liam. Yeah, I hope you have a good time tomorrow. That sounds excellent. T2, right, mate? James, oh yeah, I'm getting an old spec Mark 1942 Bren gun. Nice. I was looking at them yesterday, actually. Yeah. If you can't work out the email or something, dear love, just comment to me and I'll send you it in a have I emailed you before? You may have emailed me before, haven't you? I think anyway. Carl, you right, mate? CW Outdoors. Yeah, I've said to Liam, please give your granddad a hug from us. Yeah. Good on you, mate. Where am I? ZZ said, didn't know weapons is sailed in the UK. Yeah, you can buy weapons. That's a display canvas, but the stuff is actually really behind it. And there's one there. Right, Gretchen, good to see you on. But yeah, the stuff is actually really behind there. If you look, you can see like the edge of the crossbow there, and if I do this, you can see the edge of the baseball back there. So it really is there, but you have to cover out for live stream. I've missed anyone's comment. Oh yeah, I just saw that. Tactical said Mike saw 60 bolts on eBay for 20 quid from China. Nice. Yeah, I got I can't remember. I ordered 100 plastic bolts. I know you're not on about them, I don't think, for about 26 quid. You may be on about them. That's not bad. Yeah, bolts ain't really an issue, but I appreciate that. Tactical. I know. Do you know the funny thing is the cheapest place I ever find bolts were fucking Prepper's shop. They do a deal of them. Right, let me find this. I'll find you the Prepper's shop deal on bulk buying, bulk buys, right? It ain't got them in at the minute, but that's more than what yours was. But 120 bolts, 120 aluminium bolts with the screw off tips for 50 quid. That's pretty good going for yeah. So that's about $4.99 per pack. You know, they was a lot cheaper than that at one point though. Just in general, this COVID shit, you'd be surprised how much that's affected things. Not, it's actually made all the fucking crossbows, not crossbows, the bolts I buy more expensive. Matt said, did you ever come across a Diac Sten gun? Don't know. I can't remember if World War Arms used to do them or not. I was tempted to buy one of those though. No, yes, yeah, definitely. Yeah, I've never had one though. You can get them if that's what you mean, Matt. I'm talking fucking hiccups now. That's did your granddad serve, Liam? If he did, you'll love those rifles. Brendan, hey Mike, hey Bob, and Liam again. How's everyone doing? I'm good. I'm good tonight. Staying sober this weekend. That's with the gold ones. That's a bloody good price, that, isn't it? The only issue, as I said to you before, they've got to have the screw off tips, and the problem is, I have known some of those gold ones to not have screw off tips. Yeah. So I could never risk it. Although that's a really good deal, if they didn't have the screw off tips, I couldn't do the broadhead bolts or not make them as strong. Because partly with them having the thread, it actually helps to make them stay in better. I'd have to try it one day. Maybe I'll have to get a little batch, see, and then see if they are. But yeah, they used to do, and they look like them, some of the ones that are from China. They used to do, so Anglo Arms do the screw off tips. And you can always tell because they're normally in the picture like that. You can see it actually unscrewed slightly. And that massively helps because you can confirm it. But there are some, yeah, they don't have a screw in. It's just like pressure fitted in. Where's that? Miropits said, "What's up, brother? Rocking the sideburns." Yeah, that's me. Steve said, "COVID has caused all weapon types items to be just mad, isn't it?" Yeah, you're right. Crossbow bolts, machetes. Yeah, you'd be surprised. I suppose it's all come from China, isn't it? Bob said, "The Gretchen wife and I had a date at the pistol range yesterday, and guess who has to clean her pistol?" Awesome, Bob. He's sat there doing it now. That's a nice one, Liam. You should have the field strip race. Yeah, me and my brother used to do a thing with the blank firing. My little brother, we used to do this thing where we'd get a blank fire each, a blank firing revolver, stick a single used blank on the table, put the gun next to it, and you'd have to pick up your gun, open it, load it up, put it so the actual cartridge would actually fire. If you put it in the wrong place, it won't fire, and so you could shoot each other, so you could shoot quickest. Just a weird, stupid game. Where am I? Glowing Dark said, "Back from the shop and just got called a racist. I was wearing the old UK AAT shirt. Mind boggles. My wife is English. She has a fair tan on her." That's weird. What did they think that meant then? Oh, fuck's sake. Or why would they think that was racist? That's bizarre. Fucking weird. What did they think that was about? Very weird, Glowing Dark. That's bizarre, isn't it? Oh, they're Anglo Arms. You'd have to send me a link to that, Tactical. If they're full on Anglo Arms brand, you might have to link. Yeah, send us a link to that, please. Yeah, that changes it. That if they're definitely Anglo Arms, Matt said, "Mike, please tell her to let me out the cage." She's locked me and sat on top. Fuck's sake. I can actually picture that now and everything. Stacey said, "Matt, you dickhead." Steve said, "Over here, add guns and ammo to the list too." Richard said, "Also, the non-screw off aluminium tips are only 6mm. The bolts you sent me are slightly thicker diameter." Ah, right, yeah. See, that would make a difference, Rich. It does. Yeah. Thank you, Tactical. I appreciate that. Yeah, I appreciate you sending that. Where am I? Steve said, "Over here." Yeah, I read that, didn't I? That's all right, Steve. Glowing Dark said, "No idea, mate. It stands for United Kingdom Automatic Energy Office." I looked it up in the end just to see. So I guess evaluate its police rated, I guess. Maybe, yeah, who knows? Fucking madness, isn't it? Maybe they thought it was UK EU or something. Maybe they read it wrong. Maybe they thought it was UK EU. UK against EU. Fuck knows. Some people are so fucking weird, aren't they? Toby, right, mate. Matt said, "Off subjects, did you always Skype P in sports day in secondary school?" Mike, I know I got drunk and said, "Yes, yeah. I once had a massive fucking I never used to take. Well, to be honest, after a while, I wouldn't even, you're supposed to take a bag with your school stuff in, like your books and your fucking pens. After a while, I wouldn't even take a bag to school. I'd just go to school, because school for me was like hanging around with mates and seeing girls. You know what I mean? So yeah, I wouldn't take no PE shit. I ended up having a massive go telling one of the teachers to fuck off once, but it was supposed to be like like there's always like the sort of the cool nice teacher. It was like that teacher, but after this encounter, I knew he was a bit of a prick. We was walking to the PE lesson, me and my mate Danny. Neither of us had our PE kit with us. So he says to me, "Go back and get a PE kit. You've got to play PE." And to Danny, he just said, "You can go and sit on the field and watch." So I just turned around to him and I said, "You can fuck off. I'm not doing that. If he's not got to do it, I ain't doing it." But the way I turned around and shouted "fuck off" to him, it actually made him jump. And he sort of shouted back at me. So I just walked back to the changing rooms, right? When we got into the changing rooms, it was just me and him, he started trying to threaten me, saying if this wasn't in school, he would hit me. Oh, prick. Yeah, and he was like the sort of the teacher everyone liked, but after that, I knew I knew he was a bit of a prick. And he never quite was the same after that either. But yeah, it was his fucking fault though. You've got to be, it's all fairness, isn't it? You can't say one, you've got to do the PE and you haven't. I'm not having that. If he'd have said to Danny, "You've got to go as well," I would have accepted that. You know what I mean? But no, he can't tell me to do it and not someone else. That's not fair. So I wasn't having it. Yeah, and then the threatening me when we was in the, about 15, threatening me, or maybe younger than that, 14, in the fucking changing room, saying if this wasn't in school, I'd hit you. Yeah, what a knob. Yeah, it's a shame really. He wasn't too bad of a teacher, but that sort of showed him up for the person he was really. Carl says, "Sounds odd, but my tomcat prefers the yellow bolts." Does it? That is sort of weird, isn't it? Yeah. I've noticed the yellow bolts, Carl, seem to be like the finished of the lot. Jamie said, "My WeaponCollector t-shirt came today. I'm out for the day tomorrow. I will wear it to advertise your stuff, but don't worry, I don't want commission." Nice one, Jamie. That's excellent. Yeah, threatening a child. What a knob. Exactly. That's exactly what it is, Stacey. Yeah, you forget that, don't you? That's exactly what that is, really. Yeah. And he even lied about it afterwards. Because I never told like anyone to get him in trouble. I might have like said to my mate, "Oh, fucking thing, he was threatening me." I mean, years later, he told a load of other kids, like next generation of kids, that I'd said, "I won't say that again because you'd hit me." That's not what happened at all. But I got told that by a younger kid, someone like 10 years younger than me, said, "Oh, he was talking about you today." Said about the time, yeah. Said, made out. I said, "Oh, I won't say it again because you'd hit." He made out. He said, "Say that to me again." And I said, "Oh, I wouldn't say it, you'd hit me." That's not what happened at all. Yeah. Shame, really, isn't it? But that would have never happened if he'd have just said to both of us, "You've both got to do PE," or neither of us. I just didn't think that was acceptable. You can't tell one to do it, not the other. I'm not having it. Dad said maybe they thought it meant something like EU anti-ethnic association. Maybe, Zed, isn't it? Yeah. The safety catch, Carl. Yeah, exactly. No doubt. Oh, you need to look up Jeremy DeWitt, mate. Total lunatic in Florida. Runs the funeral escort company, but dresses up like a cop and carries a pepper. Is that the one you was on about before? I'll look that up soon. Sam says some people are stupid and ignorant and will read what they want into what they want. Freddie said, in my school, people just fake injuries to get out of PE. Yeah, when I used to go, so I ain't got my union. The thing is, I didn't mind doing PE. That wasn't the issue. I couldn't be bothered to take a bag though. So I would turn up, and if they said, "Go and get some shorts and a t-shirt," I would go and get shorts and t-shirt, join in. I didn't mind. I quite enjoyed PE. But I wasn't having it that he didn't have to and I did. Because there was no reason for that. That was just weird. bias, basically. I don't know why. I don't know why he was accepted to not have to do it. It wasn't injured or nothing. I've been with the bloke all fucking day. I know there was nothing wrong with him. And because the thing is, the teacher didn't even ask us why we wasn't doing PE. He just said, "You don't have to, you do." And I thought, I'm not having that. No, I didn't have to turn around and tell him fuck off. But, you know, still just fucking kid, isn't it? But I think I made him jump, and that sort of, he didn't like it. Jamie said, I got myself one of those. Fuck's sake. Yeah, stopped there halfway through. Luckily, I saw that. Carl said, think we all had a PE teacher like that. Brian Glover, brilliant. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah. That's exactly it, Carl. Especially in your day, you would have had them more because not so much nowadays, definitely not. And I was in that kind of era where it was just after they stopped you being allowed to sort of cane you and that. So the teachers still was used to it, but weren't allowed to it. You know what I mean? Nowadays, teachers have no experience of any of that kind of stuff. But yeah, yeah, in like my age and older, definitely. Matt said, Mike, was your PE teacher a bit of a weirdo like mine? I had to insist on watching us through the shower. Luckily, they never used to make us have showers. They had showers in there, but again, by then, I was just the right age where the punishments had stopped and you had a shower if you wanted to. I think in the whole entire time, I think I only saw about 2 or 3 people have a shower. Because actually, the weird thing is, the PE teacher's office had a little door where you could open it up right into the showers. Little set of doors like that big. Grey Darts and my PE teacher used to belt us round the head with a bloody mat. Never did me harm. Different times. Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. You know, yeah. Good said Jamie, I allowed that line, but be careful. I don't mind it. I'm not reading it out there. That said, honestly, was sent into a girl's changing room empty, put on crappy school kit. Teacher couldn't find me. I climbed onto the roof as the walls were narrow. Nice. Stacey said, everyone had a PE teacher who liked to watch you shower. It's like it's the law or something. I think you're right there, Stacey. Ain't it weird though? Very bizarre. Our female PE teacher though was bigger built than the male teacher. She was fucking massive. And it was the classic. So the male PE teacher also did geography, and the female PE teacher used to teach maths. But I think that's like a thing, isn't it? But yeah, fuck me, she was massive, really tall, built like a brick shithouse. Used to wear these tracksuits. Yeah, you wouldn't mess with her, I'll tell you. But not fat, just like massive. Sam said private school education. Yeah, say no more. But that's a completely different story, isn't it, Sam? Glenn Dark said, anyone else hate Brie Larson? Cannot stand her. I don't really know a lot about her, apart from she's just done a YouTube channel, hasn't she? And she's an actress. Bob said, my PE teacher was a Marine, just returned from Vietnam. Tough guy. Yes. Yeah, that's a different story, isn't it, Bob? I bet that was an experience. Gretchen said, what a beater. Yeah, exactly. Liam said, weirdly, I think my school had a PE teacher that got fired after I left for touching kids. Fuck's sake. Yeah, mad, isn't it? Carl said, local copper would give you a clip round the lago. And teachers took no shit. That's why kids today, no respect. Yeah, nowadays, completely different story. Yeah. Grand Dark said, oh, I had a female PE teacher, Mrs. Miller. He was a hottie, tracksuit too. Yeah, later on, we did have like a young female PE teacher and a young male PE teacher. And yeah, the girls probably liked the bloke and the boys definitely liked the woman. Simon said, my PE teacher must have his punishment pump custom made. It looked and felt like size 20. Oh, what? The shoe, yeah. Slippers, as we call them. Tatford gave myself away laughing as he kept walking under me. Head teacher laughed and let me off nice. Freddie said, a teacher in my school got sacked for calling one of my friends a cunt. Such say. Sam said, I was stuck in a Catholic boarding school for my childhood. Yeah, as I say, Carl, sorry, Sam, I bet that was experience. Yeah, very different to normal school life, I think, isn't it? From what I've heard. Yeah. Carl said pirate is Billy Casper. I'll put the whole thing up there. But I enjoyed school for the most part, and I used to get away with a lot more than you'd ever expect. I don't know why. Looking back, the only thing I can think of, like I used to do things that would get me and Malcolm would do things that would 100% get other people expelled. I know someone who got expelled for shaving their head, and me and Malcolm used to go to school every day with shaved heads and still take up boots. And nothing. People got suspended for wearing boots at school, not me and Malcolm. We once smashed up the sports hall. Well, even that thing with nicking that steamroller. I was still in school. Went round the fucking playground, smashing up, like running over benches, chasing. Tore massive gouges in the playground. Right. I went to school on the Monday. Didn't even get expelled for that. Me and Malcolm got bored in a PE lesson, started smashing the windows in the sports hall. Didn't get expelled for that. The only thing I can think of, the two things, I do think, even though me and Malcolm was naughty, we wasn't cunts. You know what I mean? We was quite likable. You know what I mean? I think it's partly that even though we got in a lot of trouble, quite a few teachers actually liked us, and I think they may have thought if these stop going to school, one, they'll enjoy it, and two, they'll probably get worse because they'd be on the streets then. That's the only thing I can think of. But no matter what we did, I couldn't have got fucking expelled from school, even if I tried. But I used to like school anyway. As I say, yeah, it's good. Jamie said, when I was at school, I got expelled because a head girl wasn't what I thought it was. Fuck's sake. Someone said, we call them pumps in the 70s. Grandad had slippers. That's it. Grandad's had slippers. Dad said, our PE teacher, very religious, I think, always calling on his God when he hurt his back. Doing press ups. He said, Jesus Christ, that hurt. Fuck's sake. I like that. Sam said it was a very horrible experience. I bet it was, mate. Don't have to talk about it if you don't want to, but yeah. He said, and people wonder why I became a goth. But I know from experience, a lot of the stuff that goes on in private schools, yeah, boarding schools, sorry, can be it's very weird situation that goes on there. Not just there can be a lot of abuse in those places, can't there? But there's also a lot of weird, bizarre routines and shit that go on that you hear about, especially in the posher ones. Gasmark says showering at one of the schools I went to would get you wet rat towel snapped. Yeah, and I say I think I only ever saw like 3 or 4 people ever have a shower after PE because it just wasn't the thing you did. Yeah, smashed up the sports. So I think my mum and dad had to pay about £1,000 to repair that, but still carried on going to school. Very weird. That's the only thing looking back in hindsight I can think of though. There definitely were teachers who did quite like me and Malcolm because we was troublemakers, but we weren't cunts, and I think we used to make quite a lot of teachers laugh. Yeah, I think they did like us, but yeah, and also I think they think it may have made us worse. I don't know. Jim, you right, mate? He said, evening, just got in from work. My PE teacher used to have a habit of rugby tackling us in such a way to pull your pants down in the process on the floor, his face on your ass. Oh my God. That's fucking sickening, isn't it? Fuck's sake, Jim. Thing is, I could fucking picture that. I wish I didn't have such a vivid imagination. I was reading that out loud and I could see the whole thing happening as I was bloody. Yes, dirty fucker, that's the fucking word. Oh, God's sake. Freddie said we're not allowed to use our showers. I don't know if we was allowed, but we never used to, Freddie. Matt said I went to an all-boys school, Mike. It was shit fights galore in the summer and those chicks to bounce it out. Yeah, I bet it was. No, yeah. Dad said a mate of mine went to a very private school. It was such an elite school, he had to be sent there by a judge. Fuck's sake. Daft Days, you right, mate? Steve said, been in a marching band and ROTC got me out of having to take PE for most of high school. Nice. Stacey said, Were you and Mark in the same tutor group or class? No, no. Funny thing is, since middle school we weren't, because we never used to get on properly in classes. We would argue too much. Was always all right at home, but as soon as we was out or in school, we would fight each other. You know, get into arguments, fight each other. I don't know. So yeah, from middle school, we was always in separate classes. Tactical, the most embarrassing thing at high school was 15. Me giving a lass. I like a massive Christmas card at school disco. Whole place cheered. I was linked up. Ah, fuck's sake. Oh, God. That's like worst thing in it for if you like 15. Carl said, on the dark web, is it true they have rescued thousands of kids from traffickers and made hundreds of pedo arrests? Plus Vatican Red. Yeah, it could be, Carl. I don't know, but yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. Yeah, because that's the place you'd look for the cunts, isn't it? Jamie said, what lives in the ocean and attacks young mermaids? Jack the Kipper. Jamie's on the jokes tonight. Freddie said, I used to get into fights every day in primary school, but I always got the blame because the person who used to fight me was black, so I got the blame, otherwise the teachers would be racist. That said, got me nowhere. Oh, what, the card, yeah. Matt said, were you and Mark in different rival gangs? No, as soon as, especially when we was older, we couldn't be in the same class, but when it come to the sort of playground, going off to smoke your fags or, you know, or whatever, nah, it'll be together again. Sam said, yeah, my boarding school's all boys, hated it. Apparently it's mixed now. Liam said, I know they supposedly got loads of organised criminals recently from hacking into phone network. But yeah, I suppose that's the perfect place to look for them, isn't it? Yeah, that'd be like an undercover cop getting into a criminal organisation. Get on the dark web, pose as a potential buyer or whatever, and yeah, get done in it. It would make sense, wouldn't it? I imagine that probably is true, Carl. I've not heard of it personally though, but I could totally see that being a thing, and good on them. Carl said never went in last year, just signed in, knew I was going in the army. Said anyone play British Bulldog at school? We did in middle school. By the time we got to secondary school, well, I wouldn't have done any fucking thing like that. Yeah, I was too busy fucking smoking draw or getting drunk. You know what I mean? Or chasing the girls around half the time. But yeah, in that's a weird thing though. Tactical. I was talking about British Bulldog with my younger brother and sister the other day because I used to play it as well. There was one about old games you used to play, you know, like British Bulldog and all that. And we got one called like Foursquare. I can't remember how you even play Foursquare and 40-40, Pom Pom, Save Me, whatever it's called, and all that shit, you know. James said, my school was so rough. The first question in the test was, what are you fucking looking at? Freddie said, I had to do PE dates at school today. Oh, nice. But no nuts there. That's good. Carl said, played it on the street. Yeah, that would be brutal. That's a tactical. It was fun though, wasn't it? Matt said, it's bad. I had a whiskey-filled hip flask at 13. I hate my son to do the same thing. I couldn't get served drink, and I looked. Oh, you could get served drink. Yeah. Yeah. I don't think I'd started drinking regularly at 13, but by the time I was 14, 15, I had definitely. And quite often used to get my bus money, walk down to where near the school was, knock on. I'd find out if my mate wasn't going to school, walk down to his house because there was no like mobiles then. So I must have found out. Maybe I'd just risk it and go knock on his door. I don't know. But I'd go down, knock on his door. He'd get a couple of quid, and I'd get my bus money. We'd walk to the local off license, and he was like that, just old enough to look. I don't know if he was old enough to look, or the shop didn't care. He'd then go and get a 3 litre of cider, and we'd share that for the day. And when that ran out, we'd go into the school. But that always ended up in like some fucking, like teachers fucking chasing us and press the fucking mouse. Stacey, I fucking love British Bulldog. So much sexual tension. When after they kept banning that at school, I think they renamed it Red Rover. Glow in the Dark said Brittany Zamora. Wish I had her as a teacher. A total 10. I don't know who that one is, Glow in the Dark. Steve's taking his Mr. Work. Do you like it, mate? Greta said they banned Red Rover at our school too, Liam. Shit was fun. Yeah. I don't think I ever played it in the secondary school, but definitely in middle school. Freddy said I used to be fat and everyone used to play Run Away from Freddy. As soon as I got caught, then I beat them. Then got told off. It was 5 years later, so people would have been done for bullying. But most of them are my mates now. Greg said, Mike, I have to run out. Tutoring my girl at 5:30. That's in 5 minutes. Hope you have a great rest of the stream. Peace, mate. Thank you, Gretchen. Yeah, take care and have a good afternoon yourself. Cheers for joining in. See you later, Gretchen. Freddie said, if they would be done for bullying, they wouldn't be my mates. I get you now. Yeah. Yeah, I enjoyed school. Yeah. I can understand some people fucking hated it, though. You know, they say school's the best time of the year, but yeah, best time of your life, but it's not for everyone. Definitely not. But as I say, school for me was seeing mates, messing around, and seeing girls, basically. James said, Paddy got himself a new metal detector, dug down 30 foot before he realised he was wearing steel toe-cap boots. Is Jamie Ross really Z not Z in disguise? That's what I want to know. I think I moaned about Zed's jokes so much. He only puts about one on a week now. One or two on a week. Good thing with Zed though, he does tougher. Not saying there's nothing wrong with your jokes, Jamie, but you got to up your game if you're going to compete with Zed not Z. Zed will do a really good actual topical joke. I'm putting the fucking throwing the gauntlet down here, aren't I? Let's not have a challenge who can do the best topical joke. Darth said, Mike, can I show you a link to a crossbow I picked up and get your opinion on it? Sadly, Darth, you won't be able to share a link here. But if you tell me the name, I could search it. Have a look, and then I'll tell me the website. But yeah, you can't. Non-mods can't put links in, sadly. Tack said battle trolleys was good. We nicked shopping trolleys and armoured them, cut the bars to make spikes. Till my mate ended up in hospital, still attached to one. Fuck's sake. Yeah, never did that. I remember we did nick a trolley to cut the wheels off to make a go-kart. But it was so fucking shit, it wasn't worth fucking using in the end. But it was the only way we could get any wheels. There was nowhere around you could get any. Freddie said, we used to play it basically tag, but got banned. We changed the name. Everyday people used to dine, so they didn't get caught. Oh, you changed the name so you can still play it. Dad said, I hated school, to be honest. It was private school and our teachers could have taught this Gestapo trick or two. But yeah, I know what you mean. I generally know for some people, school was fucking hell. Matt said, Mike, I once met Gary Glitter in 1988. That's say no more. Did he have any influence on you? That's all I'm saying. That sounded wrong. Just ignore that, Matt. Oh, God. Sam said, school for me was no picnic. I suppose I came out straight. Yeah, that's what I've sort of been getting at a little bit, Sam, without saying it. I don't mind you saying it, but you know what I mean. But yeah, the weird routines and stuff that go on in those schools, it could be very, very bizarre. But it's like normalised, and I think it goes down the generations. It's been going on for so long that each new kid gets had it done to it, and it keeps going. They need to get rid of it. No, I'm sorry to hear that, Sam, but I'm glad, I hope you're all right now. Carl said, loved my childhood, even school. The countryside on the doorstep and got up to all sorts. One farmer had 2 horses in the field. We used to ride them. That sounds excellent. Yeah, I sort of had a similar sort of childhood like that. Yeah, close enough to woods and fields and that you could get out and do stuff. Darth said, I got it off eBay. Search self-cocking crossbow. All right. Yeah, that's come up. Oh, nice. You know what? That's the same one Slingshot Warrior's got. Yeah, that's got an extendable stock that moves back and forward. That's got the Picatinny rail or whatever it is at the front to put. You could put one of my quivers on that. Yeah, that looks right. The only thing that I don't know with those ones, if they're as powerful as these new ones, the only ones that I know that are as powerful as the ones you get now are the Tomcat 2 and the Horizon. But what you could do, and I think there's nothing wrong with that. It's just it's the older style ones. So it'll have the older style cross trigger mechanism. It won't have the safety features the new ones have, but they're still perfectly adequate. And you can buy a redback prod and put it in that if you wanted to bump the speed power up a little bit. Wolf's Head, you're right, mate. I'm a little bit behind on the comments. Matt said, yeah, I dress like Gary. Now I see, now pictured like that now. It's Ed from Twin Peaks dressed as Gary Glitter. That's my picture of you forever now. No, not really. Yeah, the only issue, Dave said it said it was £80 draw weight. The only issue is for getting on for 20 years, they've been saying that they're £80 and they're not. The only true £80 ones are the Horror Zone and the Tomcat 2. Yeah, but I don't know about these ones now. Maybe they are, but they used to lie for years that they was £80 and they're not really. It's still a good crossbow though. Weapons I've said I like Gary Glitter. Hey song, that's in Joker. You know what? I never registered there was a Gary Glitter song in Joker, you know. I must have missed that. Sam said, lucky for me, I always sat at the back of the church. Didn't really give a damn about what they were preaching. Yeah, exactly, Sam. Fuck that. Wolf said my stock extender came, but still waiting for my Tomcat 2. Ah, bloody hell, so you got that first. Not the bloody crossbow, nightmare. Glendart said, I grew up in the country too. Air guns, shotguns from about 12. Never see those these days. All right, yeah, that rings a bell, Liam, but I can't remember it in the song. Stacey said, yeah, Gary Glitter impersonator locked in a cage. Fuck's sake. See, now he's in a cage. I just picture it all. I know he was already in a cage, but Dad said me and my mate went back there for a visit a few years later. The headmaster ran when he saw us. He thought we'd come for revenge. Nice. See, he knows he's done something wrong then there. All said, doing good, Sam. Knackered from work. Liam said it's the bit when he dances down the stairs. Right. You never know, Liam. If I watch it back, I might be fully aware. I might just have not registered it at the time. In all honesty, I can't remember any of the music in it. I don't think. Matt said my dad has a double signed LP. He's had trouble selling it on eBay. So he says it's my inheritance. That's Stacey's dead. There is no cage. No. Well, I don't know with Matt. He's probably got one somewhere. Damon said, what do you get if you cross a dinosaur with a pig? Jurassic Park. Wall said the stock extender looks like it was 3D printed. It is. Yeah, they are 3D printed, mate. Yes. Yeah, they're definitely. Yeah, they are. They're 3D printed. By the way, Wolf said, if you want some quivers, there's a whole line of them there. £10 for the quiver and bolts. £2.50 postage. Yours. Email is in the description. Oh, actually, saying that, if you're in the US, Wolf said, I might have to. I'm going to sell a load of those. I'm going to send a load of these quivers to America. You can buy them off of the US eBay, and it'll probably cost you less because you won't have to add the postage. Carl said, crazy film, but good. Yeah, I liked it. Glenn Dart said, anyone saw the Gary Glitter documentary? It was horrible seeing what he's up to in time. No, I've not seen it. Glenn Dart. Dart said, are switchblades illegal in the UK? No, switchblades are illegal now. Yeah, you cannot own a switchblade in the UK. Rellum, you right, mate? I don't know if he's still banged up or not. We probably won't go too much into him anymore, in all honesty. But yeah. Oh, your Shropshire. Oh no, I only say that, Wolf said, because when I looked at the thing you said, it come to a US Amazon at eBay. All right, yeah, definitely. So if you want a quiver for yours, get the bolts with it. I can sort you that out if you want one. They're all lined up there. I met Alvin Stardust when I was in boarding school. Darth said that sucks. Yeah, it fucking does, mate. Brass knuckles, switchblades, a load of random ninja stuff, throwing stars. Throwing stars are illegal to own in the UK now. Madness. And they said, this isn't madness, this is Sparta. This isn't madness, this is the UK. If you didn't see it, I got this. This came from UK. This came from the US Amazon. Amazon.com. I'll be making it into a survival knife. So that'll be one of my next projects. I'd move away. I'll still do the Bowie knife, but I'm going to move on to some other things now. So this will be a survival knife, a pry bar end, scales that are hollow so you can put survival items in there, and a sheath with a pouch to have a bigger survival kit in. I don't know if I'm going to use this or not. I may just stash that for later. I might make my own guard. Well, I think it just took long. I did think that. Tactical said, did you disinfect it? It took long enough that it should be all right. It took more than 72 hours to get here. Otherwise, I'm fucked. As long as I don't put my fingers, in my mouth and my eyes. That's it. Or was it shaking, Stevens? No, so I picked up a 13-inch stiletto. Nice. Well, you can get some nice stiletto-looking knives. Like it'll look just like a flick knife, but not flick out. Yes, all right, isn't it, Matt? That'll make a decent survival knife, I think, wouldn't it? Nice, decent size. I think it's like a 7-inch blade or something. Yeah, 7-inch blade. So yeah, that'd be an all right little survival knife, I think. Little. Jim said, mad to think throwing stars are now illegal. Used to make them each in those garages. Yeah, when we were 10. Oh no, it's fucking insane. And it's like one of the most ridiculous things I ever heard of. Throwing fucking stars illegal to own. Madness. Carl said, because I was bored the other day, I refurbed my old XP desktop to play old games on. Hooked on Unreal Tournament and Halo. Old but good. Yeah, or good or better than the PS2. Nice one, Carl. Do you know what? I've been playing PlayStation 2 games. It's a remastered game, so I'm playing it on my PS4. Yeah, I like the old games. I like the PS2 games. That sounds great to me. Yeah, and Unreal Tournament, I've still got that on PS2. Yeah. Glenn Dart said, how long did you think it will be before you need Section 1 knife license? Oh, never. I'm going to wash my hands just in case. Made me paranoid now. This is soapy water, if anyone wonders what I spray on my hands. It's better than nothing. Hopefully never, Glenn the Dark. Fuck that. Simon, what was the other account that got banned? It all depends what you said. Tell me what your other account is. Rolf said, can you do me a bayonet, mate, for the Tomcat? Or will that mean I can't attach a quiver? No, you can still attach a quiver. Yeah, I'll do you a bayonet. In fact, watch this. Let me show you something. If this is the right piece of paper. Hang on, I'll see if I can find. I bet this is the wrong one. Come on. I was just doing some designs for some quivers, not quivers, bayonets for the crossbows just the other day to sell. Yeah, I'll tell you what, I can sort you out. Quiver, bayonet, and slings. When I buy the stuff, I could do slings for them as well. I know slings would be reasonably cheap anyway, but I could do you like a custom made, sling. Simon, what's your other account? Because if it's Simon TT110, I can see your stuff, so you're not blocked. Dap said, all this school talk, Mike, got his shatterproof ruler out. Yeah, did you see that? Dad said a fellow around here got arrested in the tournament for shaking Stevens. Also, I still have Unreal Tournament. But a Dreamcast, oh bloody hell. That's oh yeah, he's just chatting there. Resident Evil, love them. I've got all of them, Carl, still, and all the old ones. And I've got a working PS2 as well. Freddie, wash your hands, wash your hands. Stacey said, I remember age 14 bringing a throwing star back from school trip to Germany. Put it on a shoelace around my neck. Teachers were none the wiser. 90s fashion. Fucking hell. Yeah, a lot of people used to go on them school trips to France and bring little flick knives back. Tactical said, try MAME on the PC car. All the old 80s arcade machines. That sounds good. Jamie said, have you ever bring a girl back to your place? She freaked out by your stuff. You know what? Well, they're usually slightly drunk. But the last ones who was here, no, they didn't seem to say anything. And even, this is when I still had a bunk bed here. But wasn't that long ago when that bunk bed was still here. I used to use it as a fucking shelf. Yeah, I don't know. Most people, if they know me, know anyway. But I bet it would freak some people out. Where am I? Username said, do you have any plans on what your next parody video would be? Possibly. Yeah, I do. I won't tell you though, username, because I want it to be a surprise. But yeah, I have got a parody one coming up. Yeah, about the UK government and their fear of the N-word, but it's not the N-word you think. Carl, you right, mate? Wolf said the Ripper is one of the best weapons in Unreal. Simon said, only got one account. The only thing I can think of is I typed fucking just like that with the dashes. I don't know, Simon. Yeah, some certain words won't pop up. I've had to block certain words because some things it's just easier not to talk about. So maybe you accidentally wrote something that either Google have blocked or I've got a couple of words blocked just so I don't have to talk about certain things. Or certain things aren't brought up just because it turns into like a shit fest of, you know what I mean? So maybe you accidentally wrote one of those and it hid your comment. Username said, Swiss Army knives banned too. No, definitely not banned. You can have Swiss Army knives and you can even walk around with them. This ain't a Swiss Army penknife, but similar. Yeah, if that's under 300 lot, I could walk around the streets with that. I don't know. Or like this. This is a flashlight with a non-locking under 3-inch blade. If that was better made, that would be a fucking excellent thing, because it's got a proper decent torch with an 18650 battery and a load of blades, but it's not very well made. I remember the looks, the lookies that used to sell flick knives inside disposable lighters. Yes, yeah, I've seen them. Yeah, Zed said, when will the film club start again? I don't know. I was thinking about that as well. Zed, that will be coming back soon. I've neglected that. I do like doing the film club. I think I just haven't had time and the patience for it, because they're quite hard work, because I do those on the fly. So I literally have no plans what I'm going to record unless I've seen the film. So what happens is I watch the film, write down stuff I like about the film, and then afterwards I just do the video straight away. So if like on the SAS one, Who Dares Wins, all that shooting, none of that was planned. That was planned while I was watching it, and as soon as I finished, I set it all up. So they are quite hard work, especially if people are in. But I do want to bring it back, and I do want to carry on, because the next one will be Legend, which I'm going to do like a thing where I'm sat there as both of them, like Tom Hardy does. So I'll be Ronnie and Reggie sat on that sofa. I could get Malcolm, but it's probably easy just to do what Tom Hardy did. And then after that, I'm going to do a UK series TV show. So we'd have to watch 6 episodes, 30 minutes long. Wouldn't take long. Yeah, that should be good. Where am I? Wolf said, I have a big video game collection. You can see it on my channel. No, so I've still got a lot of the consoles, you know. Carl said, have had some women back who, after seeing What the Man Cave, thought I was a mad survivalist. Why would they think that? Fuck's sake, Carl. Matt said, Mike, would you win in a fight with... There's that from Biker Grove. I can't remember that one. From Biker Grove. Who was that? The old man? Biker Grove. I fucking forgot. Yeah, the old bloke. What, nowadays? Hopefully me, I'd say. He's got to be at least 20, 30 years my senior, hasn't he? I liked him. Oh, Jeff in that, yeah. James and Mike, notice you ain't got metal bladed Freddy Krueger glove. I have one. It's awesome. I was going to make one once, never got around to it. Carl said, where did you get the torch? Gear Best, but it's not on there now. It's if you look on my channel for CIMA or CIMA, CIMA. Just put CIMA on my channel, you should find it. Carl said, make sure I get my logo before nose in the back. That's it, yeah. I was taking it to Wendy House first. Second date can be in here. Carl said, and what about good crossbow carrying case? And what's a good... I don't know, because the problem is a lot of these crossbows don't like take down very easily. So they're hard to put in the case. Would be like massive, wouldn't it? Liam said, so you actually watched Legend Fight? No, I haven't watched it yet. That's what I mean. I ain't watched it. I'm going to watch it I'm going to watch it and then do the video. No, still ain't watched it. No, I actually still haven't watched it, Liam. No, I'm going to watch it for the film club. Yeah, no, I still haven't watched it. Relum said YouTube are banning M4SK videos lately. Big thing in America. Never heard of it. Friend said, what happened with the survivalist whose house burnt down? Do you know how he's doing? Dave Canterbury, I don't know. I'd assume he's probably doing all right, though. I think he was already building a new house straight away. No, I haven't actually started Legend yet, Liam. I'm going to watch it and then do the video straight after. So I'll get my suit ready. And a pair of glasses for Ronnie. That'll be green screened. Or if there's a way to cut it in half, like do half a video and half a video, match them together at the same time. Might do that. See how it works. That's it. I think he means mask videos. I ain't got a clue about mask videos either. Actually, that's one of my claims to fame. I dated Jill Halfpenny when she was in that. I remember you saying about that. Yeah. Nice. I have seen Hobo with a shotgun. Could imagine Mike doing all that. I quite like Hobo with a shotgun. Yeah, good film. Renham said they're saying the Bible denies. Oh, you actually mean masks? I thought it was like like M4SK or some bollocks. Yeah, all right, Renham. Yeah, so he said they're saying the Bible denies them to wear masks, and it's against God's law. And they'd arrest anyone tried to force them to wear a mask. Now that makes sense. Yeah, I could totally see YouTube deleting that stuff purely because anything that goes against like the normal, the COVID in general on YouTube gets a lot of you put a COVID-19 video on and it has a Wikipedia thing underneath it. And if they think you've done anything with false, what they call fake news, that gets headlined underneath it. Very, very bizarre. Dara Love said he is doing all right. A lot of people chipped in to help him out, but he is doing more videos. Oh, nice one, Dara Love. Yeah, Dave Canterbury. Cheers for the update, mate. Yeah, I was unaware. Carl said Mike is the new king living near you. I used to have a crown up in the loft until the rabbit hair that I put around it went rotten. Foxy Lady Outdoors, you alright? Good to see you on. Random said Legend is a great film. Tom Cruise, Tim Curry, Dr. Ridley Scott. Not that Legend. Not that Legend. This Legend, I'll show you. You're going to get a nice gut shot now. So all these other DVDs don't fall down. No, this is the Legend I was on about, or we're on about. About the Cray twins. But the original Cray twins film, the other one, called The Crays, isn't it? Yeah, The Crays. Me and Malcolm could have actually been in that. We rehearsed. I'm going to mention, when I do the review for this and the film club for this, I'll mention all about how me and Malcolm was nearly in the original Cray twins film. Went to London to rehearse and everything in front of cameras. Matt said, Stacey, stop putting Tabasco on my tactical helmet. Liam said, YouTube got shitty with me over taking the piss out of people thinking 5G would cause corona because the bots can't actually tell what your argument is. Yeah, it's pathetic, really, isn't it, Liam? Things up there, that's why I like BitShoot. Also, yeah, Cray twins film. Cray twins film. It's harder to say than you think sometimes. Jerry Love said the Bible does not talk about masks. Weird, ain't it, what these things are? Glenn Dart said I would wear my XRF mask, but I look like a total bellend walking around wearing a G10. Carl said, yes, seen it, same actor played, but that's it, Carl. That film club thing I do. So I'll do a review of this, and then I'm going to dress up like that, and I'm going to do both them characters myself, sat there doing a review on that film. And maybe copy one of the scenes, Zombert can be one of the victims. I ain't watched it yet. I've seen some clips of the pub fights though. But yeah, I'll do a review of that for the film club, and then it'll be probably Garth Marenghi's Dark Place for film club. It's a TV series. Probably one of my all-time favourite TV series ever. It's only one series though, so you can watch it. It's only 3 hours of, 3 hours or less. Watch that in a week. Wow, it took me fucking 6 months to do the last film club. Thingshot said, how's that walking it come along to Wolf's Head? Freddie said, how did you nearly get into the movie? Did they need some hard nut twins? I was like 10 at the time. They just needed twin actors. No, I'm not an actor, but they needed twins, and they was going around looking for twins to be in the film. And someone who was in that business knew my mum, recommended me and Malcolm. Said to my mum, do you want the twins to try and get into a film? If you do, I can help you out. So she put us in, and we took a couple of weeks or whatever rehearsing it at home, sent in pictures and that. Went to London to do the actual not interviews, rehearsals with like a man sat there with a camera. So there's a bloke acting as the other actor, but it would have been a woman. Me and Malcolm sat at a table with camera, all lights and that, and did it. Well, I think we did it all right, but I think in the end they actually had two like proper children actors in the end. But I will mention all that, and I may even find out the pictures for the review and show them, because we sent in pictures, like the Crays always do these, like one standing in front of the other pictures and that sort of thing, them kind of things, but as kids. Yeah. Richard said, I heard the Legend of Zelda game was inspired by the Legend film of Tom Cruise. I did not know that, Rich. Really? Really? Where am I? Rellum said there's 3 other Creighton films now. I've got them as well. I've got The Crays, Rise of the Crays, Fall of the Crays, Legend, and there's actually one more. I can't remember what it's called now. And the other one is about the story when they I think it's called Dead Man Walking, possibly. It's when they broke out this other prisoner bloke broke him out of prison and had to hide him in a safe house. He was like a mental case and ended up having to kill him. That's the one other Cray. The only thing I don't like about most of the Cray Twins films, they look nothing like twins, and they look nothing like the Crays after time. They always use really skinny blokes. Neither of the Cray Twins were skinny. They weren't fat, but they were quite stocky because they were boxers. You know what I mean? Probably the best Cray Twin look is probably that. You know, not skinny, not too big. Do you know what I mean? But a lot of them don't really look like the Crays. You know what I mean? Yeah, Garth Marenghi's Dark Place, probably one of my all-time favourite things ever. Love it. So bizarre. That's it. That's going to be Ace review. Remember your news parody video. It's fucking hilarious. I'll do one of them again soon while I got that out. Carl said I was going to have a Clint Eastwood spaghetti western day in honour of Ennio Morricone. Same here. I was thinking of doing that. He died recently, didn't he, Ennio Morricone? Yeah, I love his music. I may still do that, Carl. I might watch one on maybe tomorrow in honour of Ennio Morricone. Yeah, I was going to do exactly the same thing, Carl. Yeah, shame, innit? It means no more music from Ennio. And he was one of my favourite musicians ever. At least 4 or 5 of my favourite films are scored by Ennio Morricone. Singshot said, all you need is a fin drill bit. Daryl Love said, the Bible does not say there will be 4 horses. Oh, it does say there'll be 4 horses, which is disease and pestilence. Tim said, Garth Marenghi is funny as hell. Have you seen Jam? Yes, Jam is excellent as well. I've listened to the Jam radio show, Blue Jam, and then the TV series Jam, or is it the other way around? Is it Jam was the... But there's the radio show of Jam and the TV series. Yeah, both are really good. Yeah, Jam's proper bizarre and offensive. The bit with the baby, and she's trying to... I won't say too much on here, but well, I'll say it because it's only a thing off a TV show. This is how fucked up the TV series of Jam is. This was a radio like scene first, but yeah, a woman's baby has died, and you know, poor baby's dead, but she rings up a plumber in the hopes that he can bring the baby back, and she says she'll pay him £1,000 an hour if he'll fix the baby. So he ends up running the hot water mains through the baby, and the little pipe sticking out of his mouth so it makes like a gurgling noise. That's their idea of comedy. So if you want dark comedy, Jam. Yeah, Wolf said Garth Marenghi's Dark Place. Have you ever seen? Oh, I missed the trial there. That was all right. That's chattering on. Have you ever seen Man to Man with Dean Lerner? That's good. Stacey. All of the spaghetti westerns, Once Upon a Time in the West, The Good, the Bad, the Ugly, Fistful of Dollars, Few Dollars More. But I'll just say, Once Upon a Time in the West and The Good, the Bad, the Ugly, The Thing, The Hateful Eight, and I'm sure there's probably more of my favourite films with Ennio Morricone, but that's definitely 4. Yeah, so The Hateful Eight, The Thing, The Good, the Bad, the Ugly, and Once Upon a Time in the West all have Ennio Morricone music and all some of my favourite films. I'll try and catch up a bit now. I'm not even going to bother clicking on what that troll was saying or whatever it was. What was he saying? No, I'll look at one just to see. Oh, just letters. How bizarre. But yeah, it's very dark comedy. Jam. Which one? Let me just look up a minute. Yeah. Yes, Chris Morris. So if you know Chris Morris, yeah, Blue Jam was the radio show. Really dark comedy, about as dark as you can get, but still very funny. So it was a radio show first. The radio show also used to have some really good music on it. Unusual music you wouldn't hear everywhere, but really good. So that was Blue Jam, and then Chris Morris did the single 6 episodes of Jam on Channel 4. Yeah, very dark comedy, quite offensive, extremely funny though. I don't know if everyone would find it funny, but I fucking love it. But yeah, if you want proper Proper dark. It's on YouTube. Yeah, I think you can get it on YouTube. Probably not very good quality. You can get it on DVD, actually. Let's just see if I missed any comments there. Rellum said Ronnie was fat. Yeah, yeah. Well, he was actually. Yeah, yeah. But the problem is, a lot of these films, they have the craze like skinny, and they weren't skinny. Neither of them was skinny. Jim said Blue Jam on radio, Jam on TV. I've got a couple of maybe 10 episodes of Blue Jam, and I've got the series of Jam downloaded off of YouTube. I think it was. I wouldn't mind getting the DVD for that because there's some really weird extras on that supposedly, like I can't remember what they were. But there's like some really, really, really bizarre extras on the DVD that you wouldn't see anywhere else. Matt said, watch The Mission as well, Mike. The score is so good by Morricone. Nice. Yeah, that was just the four I could think of. There's loads. Most of Quentin Tarantino films. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood has got Ennio Morricone. Pretty sure one of the Kill Bills has. Looking up there. But yeah, amazing music. And Hideo Kojima, there may be a bit of Morricone music in one of the Metal Gear games. If not, I'm pretty sure, I think there is in Metal Gear Solid 5, possibly. I may be wrong about that. James said, I like the 80s fantasy movie Krull. There's a very hot princess in it. Curly, strawberry blonde hair, stunning eyes. You know what? They quite often... I'm going to stay on late because I've not looked at the clock once tonight, which means I must be having a really good time. I've just realised it's 11 o'clock. I haven't even looked once. So I'll stay on. I may even stay on until 12 tonight. I didn't even look at the clock once tonight. That proves I'm having a good time. Yeah, Krull Slingshot is quite often shown on TV over here on like the Horror Channel. I've still not watched that properly. I'll have to watch it one night. Yeah, Brass Eye, that was good. Again, yeah, Brass Eye, excellent. Another Chris Morris thing. If you want really, especially in the old days, if you want proper, offensive, dark comedy, yeah, Chris Morris was the place to go. Yeah, Brass Eye, excellent. Yeah. Oh, you know what, Tactical? I've not been on once this week. I had to have a week off. I couldn't. I don't know. I just didn't feel it. I haven't been playing any games either. Yeah, I've not been on Twitch at all this week. I just didn't feel it really. I don't know why. It probably would have been the ideal time for certain people as well. I know, Liam would have liked to chat, but yeah, I wasn't feeling it this week for some reason. I couldn't bring myself to go on there. I don't know why. I think I've been a bit of a weird mood lately. Not know what I'm fucking at. You know what I mean? In moods. JBO, right now. Oh, by the way, Jim, I got your email. Please don't delete that video because I haven't downloaded it yet. Because I know a couple of people did delete theirs after I So if you leave yours how it is, I'll get it when I'm ready. And that should be about a week, Jim, I think. But I did get your email. Sorry I didn't reply. I think half of them I don't reply because I was thinking, I'll just tell them when they're on here. Matt said there's a lovely video on YouTube of Morricone conducting Ecstasy of Gold, Tuco's theme from Good, the Bad, the Ugly. That's one of my favourite songs. I've got at least two. I think I've got the soundtrack on CD to Once Upon a Time in the West and The Good, the Bad, the Ugly, and something else. I'll tell you how much I used to like the music on those two films. On my old phone, I used to do the old, like you used to in the old days, you'd have to record stuff off the radio by holding a recorder up to it. I used to put my Good, the Bad, the Ugly and Once Upon a Time in the West DVDs in, play them through my surround sound, get my phone and record the sound so that I had the songs of it before you could get them off the internet. And I think eventually I bought CDs. Yeah, that's how much I like to do music. Yeah, excellent films, Carl. I've got them up there on special edition. Yeah, excellent films. Carl said, fistful of dollars and a few dollars more. Class. Yeah, excellent. All said there was a glaive style weapon in Beastmaster with Mark Singer too. Don't know which movie thought of it first. I don't know. I don't know. Slingshot Warrior said, yes, well, feminist groups would protest because of traditional gender roles. Matt said, the lady singer in the video of Exia Gold's top. I'll have to watch that. Not just for that reason, but yeah, partly because of that. No, you'll have to, yeah, I'll look out for that. Yeah, if my CDs weren't over the bed, under the bed, I would have got them out. Yeah, Lee Van Cleef, Shootout with a Hat. Lee Van Cleef was a great actor as well. It's a shame he wasn't. I think he was in shitloads of films before those films, but they made him. And then after that, he was in a lot more sort of starring roles. But before, he was always cowboy on the left who got shot, sort of thing, that kind of shit. You know what I mean? But he had a hell of a look, Lee Van Cleef. He had that really classic. Yeah, he was in Escape from New York. Yeah, as Hulk or Hawk, but Hulk he pronounces it, isn't it? Yeah, but yeah, he was hardly before The Good, the Bad, the Ugly, and that he was in loads of shitty old westerns as just like an extra. One of the gang members who got killed. Yeah, and it was them films that made him. But he had a really good look. I thought if you play Metal Gear Solid 4. Revolver Ocelot, his look is pretty much modelled on Lee Van Cleef's face. Yeah, but he had a really good look, real sort of baddie's face, I think. Yeah, not evil looking, but I don't know because in the second for a few dollars more, he's not a baddie. Snake Eyes, that's it. Yeah, that's that. Them piercing eyes, wasn't it, Carl? Dad said Lee Van Cleef was in Godzilla film as well. Strange, that I did not know. Yeah, dark eyebrows and stuff. Yeah, but there's a really good look to certain characters. Matt said, I think Tuco was the best character in Good, Bad, the Ugly. I can't work out what that would be. More something and interesting, but he was an interesting character. Yeah, very strong stare. Yeah, but it's pretty Lee Van Cleef wasn't in more proper starring roles. That's it, Angel Eyes, yeah. That's what they call him in that. Angel Eyes Blondie and Tuco, wasn't it? Yeah. Captain Ed Harris has a similar look, especially in Westworld. I've not watched that yet. I'm going to watch Westworld though. But yeah, he does. I've seen like images of that. He does look good. Wolf said Slingshot. You need to get a British movie called Hawk the Slayer. You won't regret it. Yeah, gotta love. I'll probably watch. I don't know. I'll definitely watch some. I may watch because it's new and it's got quite a bit of Ennio Morricone music in. Possibly this as my this. I'll watch this as my tribute to Ennio Morricone. I think. I've watched it less than the others. I've probably watched all them others at least fucking 10 times each, maybe more. Got to be more than that. Yeah, that's quite a good film. Quite long, nearly 3 hours long. I think some people might not like it because it's one of those. It's a sort of slow burner, but I don't think there's a single boring bit in that. But I know a lot of people don't really like his. Yeah, that's it, Liam. Yeah, they used a bit cut from the soundtrack from The Thing in The Hateful Eight. So as you said, Mike, our cat is called Tuca. Ah, nice. Ah, that's excellent. Bloody hell. That said, Ed Harris was ace in Enemy at the Gates. I don't think I've ever seen that properly. Ah, nice. I'm glad you like that. Yeah, because I know a lot of people don't like his and like a fan of Quentin Tarantino, but that's good, isn't it? That's it's a bit different. I'm glad he did I call that a proper western. Django, I didn't really class as like a proper western. Now, this isn't a traditional Western, but it's a proper Western, if you know what I mean. It's proper cowboys and shooting and that kind of shit, gunslingers, that kind of stuff. But good music and good story, bit of a mystery. It's like a traditional mystery. I won't say any more than that though. Yeah, it's a bit of a weird one, isn't it, Carl? Liam said, weird fan, hate like really good. I'm not a big fan of Tarantino films. Jerry Love said, have you ever seen a film called Quest for Fire? Film about caveman discovered how to make fire. So they go on a quest for fire. No, I've not seen it. I think I've heard of it though. That does ring a bell. No, I slingshot. You're not a fan of his. I know Zed ain't really either much of a fan of Quentin Tarantino. I think the reason I like Quentin Tarantino, he seems to be obsessed, and his favourite directors and favourite director obsessions happen to be pretty much the same exact taste I have. So pretty much all the people he really likes and his influences are the same people I really like as directors and that. I know he rips off a lot of them, but I don't class it as ripping off. He takes his favourite bits from other films and puts them in films, which I would do. Take your favourite scene from a film, adapt it a little bit, put it in yours. It's a tribute. Carl said the Alamo is a classic. Do you know what? The Alamo was on the other day, Carl. I didn't get to watch all of it, and I've never got round to watching that because for quite a while I wasn't much of a fan of the older westerns. Yeah, I just wasn't. And I've still never got round to watching a lot of the older sort of 50s, 60s, early sort of 50s, 60s westerns. The Wild Bunch I like. And I like the original True Grit. Actually, the original True Grit is fucking excellent. But also, the remake's good as well. Things like said, you would love Texas Rising, Carl. Matt said, Kurt Russell beard rocks in Halo. Yeah. Yeah, it's good. I like that because it's a real beard as well, isn't it? Dad said, I like some of Tarantino's films, but wasn't keen on Inglourious Bastards, and I thought Hateful Eight was a bit boring. I think a lot of people would find it because it's very long, slow burner. But I don't know. There's something about the atmosphere of that film I like. It's set in one room for the majority of it, isn't it? Like 2 hours of that film is set in one room, or maybe more. That's it. Yeah, Davy Crockett, Jim Bowie. But yeah, it was on the other day. They said, love beards. I've trimmed mine very short. Mine's normally longer than this. There was a comment I missed there. What was it? Maybe there was. I thought there was another comment there. Inglourious Bastards, Jim. I thought I would have liked that more. I liked it, but it wasn't my favourite of his. No spoilers for the end of Game of Thrones, Jim. I'll allow that because it's been hidden, luckily. Maybe because you wrote shit. Please, no one do any spoilers for Game of Thrones. I've not watched it yet. No spoilers. I've not watched it, but I've got them on DVD. But I have heard that a lot of people hated the ending to that. Carl said to Stacey, "Are you single? He's got a goatee." No, her boyfriend's in it. No, it's all good, Jim. I know you. No, I haven't got around to watching it yet, but I've got the bloody DVDs of it. But no, it's all good. I have heard though that loads of people hated the ending, and I think I may have seen. Like people do spoilers, like deliberate spoilers. So I may have seen. Like I think I know what the end is, but what I do, I always tell myself, "No, they was lying." But obviously, if someone said it who I trust, then I can't tell myself that wasn't true. You know what I mean? But no, it's all good, Jim. Where am I? JBO said, been watching Vikings. I was going to watch Vikings, never got round to it, Jim, but I've been recommended that. Stacey said, no, I'm not single, I'm with Matt THX. Cousin bugger. Daryl said he met Arthur Lowe from Dad's Army when I was a youngster. Have you met anyone famous? Not that I can remember. I only say that because of how much I used to be pissed in that when I was younger. But no, I don't think so. The closest I've ever met to a celebrity was some bloke from Hollyoaks in the local pub asked me if I sold drugs. And I had to say, no, sorry. Because the weird thing is, I kept looking at him thinking, I know who that is. I fucking know that bloke. But because of how my drinking used to be, I always used to think, oh, that's someone I've had a drink with years ago and I can't remember who it is. You know. So I just went over to him and said, I know you, don't I? Who are you? And then he was joking about, and in the end he said he was fucking actor from Hollyoaks, and I realised who it was. So yeah, not really. Yeah. This was when the pub had shut as well. We'd been like you know when they're trying to throw everyone out. Yeah. Things that I don't plan on ever watching Game of Thrones. Matt said Mike as a kid, parents left a bus tape called The Saddle Tramp in the VHS player. It was a cowboy themed porno. Can't find it online anywhere. Nightmare. I've searched for some of the old ones that we used to have, and I found some of them in good quality as well. So they got downloaded just for what do you call it? Can't think of the word. Nostalgia, just for nostalgia. They said pissing ourselves here about Hollyoaks guy asking if you sell drugs. I probably had my long overcoat on as well at the time. Matt said the bloke from Hollyoaks fancied you. Maybe you dashed a bullet. Fuck's sake. French said, got to go. It was fun. Good night, mate. Yeah, dodged the bullet. I just about worked that one out. Yeah, I had my old Crombie on. Liam said, my dad's mates are dirty bastards, all in their 60s and talk about old pornos. They were better in the old days, sort of. Yeah, see you later, Freddie. Sorry, I was in a bit of a dream there. Good night, Freddie. See you later, mate. Yeah, that's a too much cider. Hello, Jamie. You right, mate? You right, John? Slingshot Warrior said, I guess no one has seen it. What's that, Slingshot? Oh, I guess no one has seen it. What, it or Game of Thrones? I said to people not to talk about Game of Thrones, so I don't want spoilers. And there ain't no other comment on there. What was you saying? Did you say something else? Oh, I did like From Dusk Till Dawn, but that was Robert Rodriguez. Yeah, I've got From Dusk Till Dawn on DVD. Yeah, that's an excellent film. I like that a lot. Yeah. That's tactical. The funny thing is, that's the first thing I thought. They all had pubic hair then. Yeah. Yeah. Pubic hair, and I'm going to say something a bit rude now, might shock some people. The women had pubic hair, and there was a lot less arse eating in those days. You didn't see that in the 1980s porno. Or 70s or 60s. Jim said, I fixed Johnny Vegas' washing machine once, and he arrived home, coked off his face at 10 a.m. after presenting the big breakfast. Bloody hell. My brothers and that, my dad, have worked for quite a few famous people, but I don't work with them. So, yeah. But, yeah, my dad and Malk and my younger brother have worked around quite a few famous people's houses. Jim M said, oh no, I read that. Oh, Johnny Vaughn's. I read that as Johnny Vegas. Oh, Johnny Vaughan, yeah. Carl said, local knobheads. Now I go to the woods and I do a bit of magic mushrooms. So I go, no, but I do. John said, Mike, any developments with the armour you said to make? Which armour? Like, what was it, John? I've done the leg stuff. What did I say I was making? Gerald, I've said, I had a go at Damian Lewis in Regent's Park once after his dog was having a go at my puppy. Another time I realised he was a famous actor. Oh, yeah, another time after I realised he was a famous actor, he asked me if I had a spare dog food bag. Ah, fuck's sake. Yeah, living in London, you probably would see them a bit more, wouldn't you? That's interesting. Tax said Dad was just typing that. Don said, sorry, I had Chaucer. I was talking about the 80s remake of Invaders from Mars. That never came up. No, I never saw. I don't think I've seen that one. Oh, yeah. Did you see the leg stuff I did, John? I made some leg armor. If you watch my, not last video, but the one before, I made some leg armor, but I still need to get the foam for it. And then I may make some more. But yeah, it's just if I've got the stuff. That's that things that were. I've seen both of them, the original and the remake. Yeah, what was it? Yeah, Invaders from Mars. That was the one I couldn't remember what it was called, wasn't it, Zed? And I was saying I really liked it. The one where the classic image of the lights behind the fence. Tactical's a dear love. I walked past Tina Cousins, who smiled at me. Didn't recognise her at the time. She was hot. Dear love said, yeah, Tactical Del Boy cracked me up too. Yeah, oh yes, Tactical Del Boy cracked me up too. Yeah. John said, Mike, your armour, you can get away with a face shield due to go. Yeah, definitely. Jamie said, Mike, you said the other day that you make your money from YouTube. How do you make money from YouTube? Or am I being done? Well, you can make money from YouTube by having adverts, but I make my money, like, I don't make money from actual YouTube, but the ability to have YouTube means I have the ability to advertise stuff I make to a decent audience and sell stuff. It also enables me to do Patreon. Patreon, really, though, I only spend on YouTube stuff to make better videos and make videos. There's merchandise, which Tactical just put on. I've got merchandise, so you can buy t-shirts, mugs, stickers. You like these things here? That's stickers. And then there's the affiliate ads. Without YouTube, I would never be able to get people to do affiliate ad clicks, which is where if you shop on Amazon, you go to Amazon through my links. It's just normal Amazon. Buy anything you want, and then I get a little percentage of what you spend. So I don't actually make money from YouTube, but I make money through YouTube, if that makes sense. Never made a single penny off of YouTube. YouTube have never paid me anything. But without YouTube, I wouldn't be able to generate the other incomes. Darren Love said, I've met many actors who live near regions. I bet you would. I bet you would. Because of that area, especially if you're walking a dog and they walk dogs, I bet you would see quite a few, wouldn't you? But yeah, thinking about it, that's the only ones I can think of. Well, I did once have a friend who was in who was starred. I once had a friend who starred. Well, I wouldn't say a friend. He was a friend of a friend, but he was hanging around with us occasionally. I had a friend who starred in Grange Hill. proper starring person in it though. Dearlove said I sell up bug out bags. It's sort of worth doing that kind of stuff. These old quivers. I'm going to do a whole range of accessories for crossbows, and there's other things. I may eventually start selling some of the knives I do. Dante, speaking of famous people, my uncle was at a restaurant in London. He said to me that's the percentage of Dragon's Den ate there. I was in London for a week, and one morning he was there. The cunt stared at me. Fuck's sake. Oh, I know who you mean. Yeah, I'll mate you. I can't remember his name now. Evan something. Slingshot said the story revolves around a boy who sees a UFO, lands in a sand pit, and all sorts of strange. I've seen the original, not the remake. Slingshot. I've seen the original of that. Stacey Nolan, Keith Allen. My friend's mum was drunk and flirting with him. I rescued him from her, telling her I was sorry. She was a naughty woman. Oh, fuck's sake. The Tactical said, as before, I've been on a dating show. Fuck, before the internet. Fuck's sake. What one was it, Tactical? Nettle. It's the most famous ones. Hello, by the way. You're on late, aren't you? Darylov said, yeah. I met most of the cast of Grange as I was filming at my school. Ah, nice. Yeah, again, yeah. Matt said, Mike, I was thinking about making money as a cam girl. I don't fancy waxing off on my body hair, though. Don't know. Leave it on. I'm sure there's some fetish for hair. I ain't got to be in there. James said, famous people. I do fireworks displays for a large company in the UK last year with a massive pyro musical for Michael Caine. Yeah. Shit. Work in the right kind of place. As I say, my dad and brothers have worked around quite a few famous people's houses. The ones I can think of off the top of my head, Sir Clive Woodward, Ralph Harris, Tony Prince, if you know Tony Prince. Tony Prince was the bloke who did, what was the pirate radio station on the boat? Radio Caroline. He was the one who started that. He's probably not famous now, but he was big in his day. That's the ones I can think of. One of them I wasn't going to mention. Carl said, think all the so-called celebs are not on the same level as us. They have left wing-driven snowflake issues driven by left-wing agenda. If you dare to go against them, you're racist. Yeah, that's a good point there. It must be quite a weird way to live for some of them. Some of them, that's not telling just in case. But local TV, all right, yeah, don't say then. Stacey said she'll wax you, Matt. Nettle said most celebs are crackpot. I think a lot of them are. Tactics do it, Stacey. Things that the 80s version does have a surprise end though. I'll look out for that. Thing. So maybe Zed's got it on his playlist. I know he's got the original on his playlist. Come you're on so late, Nettle, or is this when you're normally sort of free? Because normally I've stopped by now. Or you've been on the whole time. I got a nice blank in the post today from US Amazon to do make a survival knife out of this one. The handle won't be shaped like that, I don't think. I'll make like a pry bar end out of that end. Not all right, little blank really. Only $10. Liam said, annoys me when they interview someone on the news and they keep talking over them without letting them defend themselves. Yeah, you either get that, they won't let people defend themselves, or when it's the other way around, they won't fucking ever answer a question. You can't win. But I know what you mean. Carl said because media is left wing. Thank you for all the link shares today, everyone. I appreciate it. I've set them up now for Twitch as well, so that people can put ads on. So when you want an ad on, you just, if you're a certain if you've been approved, you can just put commercial 30 and it'll come up with an ad. Now, so I just came on Mike to say hi. I've been on a mission to Gainsborough today. How far is that from you then, Nettle? I don't know where that is really, like compared to where you are, if that makes sense. Weapons after the government press conferences. Ignore every tough question, talk around it. Exactly. Yeah, it's a very, when you want to watch the news or listen to the news or something, it makes the whole thing fucking pointless. When if it won't let someone answer, or they won't answer, it's one way or the other. Jim said, I lived in Squats for years, and other people there used to throw raves in half-acre grounds. One night, Woody Harrelson turned up. He was doing some art project with resin. That would have been interesting. Yeah, because he liked to drink and drug, didn't he? Probably still does. Jerry Love said, I met the ex-cop on EastEnders, George Michael, Ben Knightley, Vampire from Underworld, Mick Jagger, Paul McCartney. Nice. Slingshot said, I know a song you might like. Mike, Drunken Dwarves. All right, I'll check that out. Hey, Jay, right, mate? Good to see you on. I always answer the question when I'm on the news. Yes, good point. Yes, enough of the politics. Too late for that. Stacey said, tell us the full Steamroller joyride story. How did that happen? I want to know. It might be too late for that. I'll tell you what next time. So remind, can I be on tomorrow? I'll be on tomorrow if you want. I'll even get the fucking statements out and read you some of that out if you want. It's a bit late for that, but I could get the actual statements out, and I may even have the fucking thing that you hold up for your picture for that exact fucking night. So let me prepare. Or if not, if you can't come on tomorrow, I'll save it for next Friday. Nettle said about an hour the other side of Gainsborough, really about 55 minutes. Quite a bit away then. Slingshot said, I think that's a town in Florida, Mike. What, Gainsborough? No. But yeah, sorry to disappoint you, Stacey. But we'll save that for tomorrow because I'll get some of the stuff out and I can read you some of the statements out. I can read you out the police statement of what he reckoned was going on. Because it's got the actual police interviews as well, like me arguing with him about what I was wearing because he was claiming I was wearing something, and I wouldn't admit nothing apart from he was wrong about what I was wearing. I was 15 at the time. Where am I? Liam said, some people I know have a load of drunken photos with Woody House and nice. JBO said, I was on the news last week, well in the background, walking back to my dad's car when they were doing a bit how my town is open. No, nice one, Jim. Did you tape it or anything? Stacey said, okay, we'll be on tomorrow. I'll prepare for it tomorrow. Jim said he was totally normal sound bloke, Liam. Pleasure to meet. That was a disappointment, Stacey, isn't that Matt's job? Daryl, I said, Mike, what about putting a ferro rod in the knife handle that you're making? That's it. That's what I'm going to do, Daryl. So what it'll be, the handle scales will go on and they'll be hollowed out. So they'll have like a ferro rod, a little ferro rod. If not, the ferro rod will be on the sheath. It'll definitely have some kind of ferro rod. I might do the classic matches, small fishing kit, snare wire, that kind of stuff. But it'll be pretty much, the same stuff you can get in that little tube in a survival knife. I'll be able to get that same amount of stuff in between these scales. Yeah, be that kind of stuff, dear love. Matt said, Mike, we ever going to go to the pub? We were going to go to the pub tomorrow, but the Steamroller story and police statements are juicy. Now, it doesn't matter. If you want to go to the pub, I'll save it for next week because it don't matter when I do it. It's just if I can prepare, I can do it a bit, better for you. Make a sort of thing of it. But I don't mind. I'll leave it. You if you want to go to the pub tomorrow, I'll save it for next Friday. Because it's just the stuff's under my bed. I can get it in but if I could have a bit of preparation. Stacey said, I have a tape of Matt age 14 arrested for fighting with metal bars. Fucking hell. We never used to bother getting the tapes for some reason. I don't know why. We never ever asked for the tapes. We always had the statements. So got half the, some of the statements under there. For some reason, never asked for the tapes. Fishing kit, that's it, Gerla. Did anyone hear about that English outdoor man who caught a picture on video when he was hiking? No, I've been handling that knife and wiping my nose. Someone's getting corona. As I said, I'm sure that's all right. It's more than 72 hours since I ordered it. No, I did not. I heard it from you. I've not seen the video. Slingshot, what's the video called? Tactical said, what had the metal bars done to him? Matt said next Friday would. All right, Matt. I'll save it for next Friday. All right. Yeah. But as long as I know, I thought it would come up eventually, tell the whole story. But yeah. Mari, you right, mate? A pixie, like a little fairy, like a little flying. That's what you mean. Liam said I did some legit underground tunnels on some of those. I did see some legit underground tunnels on some of those Richard Felix Ghost History. Did you write down the locations? Like, otherwise, that's useless to us. You know, Slingshot wants us to go down them tunnels. Supposed to be getting the coordinates, not just watching videos on them. Nettle said, Pixie is a miniature person. Wolf said, like, if I saw a Pixie, I'd shoot it, put it in a jar, then do a video of me poking it with a stick. Matt said, it's not it's not the metal bat's tactical pirate, it's the things she had made. She had made of silicone. Fuck's sake. Oh, I'm going to wash my hands quickly. Don't need to leave the room. Oh, that's just reminded me. I've got a list of new videos and something's. Oh no, I've already written it down. But also, what I could do if I've got time, I could actually print out some of the stuff. Because the thing is, with this, like, the police picture thing, where you take your picture aside, it's got my name and the police station, so I need to cover those up. So I can't just get them out. But it'd be more interesting if I could get those out as well. Have I written that down or not? No, that's good. I had a video idea. I saw something in my drawer and it reminded me I've got to make something. Liam said there's one in the pub in Derbyshire, I think. Goes to a mine and cave system. Seeing in a pixie is a little being of English folklore, like a slender gnome. Look up a pixie caught on tape. Pixies aren't fairies. All right. Well, I was just trying to describe what a pixie sort of was, not what it was. But if you had to describe what a pixie sort of looked like, you'd probably say fairy, wouldn't you? I don't know. I'm just going to cover up this camera so I can get it to go back to the normal colour. I hate it when it does that weird shit. Yeah, so I'm just writing something down. I'm sure I fucking wrote this shit down. No, I fucking did as well. Yeah, so I'm writing some shit I've already written. Stacey said, Matt makes you remember to wash your hands. Dirty. Yeah, see, every time I have a discussion with it makes my hands feel dirty. Tactical said, have you got a scanner, Mike? You can put some paper over your details when scan them. Yes, I have. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do that. Scan them, print them out. Yeah. Or if I can't do that, I'll scan them, upload them somewhere, and you lot can click a link while you're watching, and you'll see the sort of redacted statement. Mari, you're not blocked. What's your other account? Sorry, Mari, if I didn't say hello. What's your other account then, Mari? Stark said, can you use the new camera for live? I think I could, possibly, Stark. Do you want me to try it? I'm pretty sure that camera can be used as a webcam. Just writing that down. I'm pretty sure you can. I'd have to test it. Mari, why do you think you're blocked? I'd like to know. I don't like people keep saying, why did you block me when they're obviously not blocked? I think it's fucking ridiculous thing to say when I can see your comments. JBO said, got some Roman Legionnaire armor coming. Oh, nice. Where'd you get that from, Jim? That sounds good. Things that I'm surprised so many English people don't even know their own folklore. I don't think a lot of people are interested in it. Things like nowadays. Javine, sing, you right, mate? Yeah, Mari, you're a toss pot, aren't you? Where am I? Zed said the slingshot. Well, actually, they are fairies, as in they come from the land of fairies in the old mythology. The type of sprite, I believe. Wolf said, can someone sub to me? So my subs are 80, not 79. Don't say that, Wolf said. You know what'll happen. It'll go over, then it'll go over again. Beat you to it. Yeah, I think he was, whoever that was. Why did you block me? He was just waiting. I think he was preempting his own blockage. Blocking. Blades UK clear. No, that's all right, isn't it? Jim, on Facebook. Zed said to Slingshot, I think it's more because I think there's a load of bollock. Zed puts it in the less diplomatic way than me, but yes, I think that's probably the issue nowadays. Slingshot said, if you watch this footage from rural England, you might have second thoughts about it being me. Slingshot, can you go and find the video, copy and paste the name, and then put it in the thing, and I'll watch it after this, and we'll talk about it tomorrow. A nice one, Stacey. Wolf said she's just subbed you, but I bet someone else has subbed you. Now you're going to be 81. Zed said slingshot. I doubt it. Lol. Okay, now why would you have? Now I'll probably get a load of stupid fucking answers now, but I want serious answers. I never have like a phlegmy throat, right? Why would I have a random phlegmy throat and having to cough stuff up a little bit in the morning when I haven't had that for like over 10 years? I only had that when I used to smoke. But lately, do you reckon it could be like hay fever or something along those lines, or dust or something, or possibly acid reflux? I don't know. Matt said, Mike, 50 quid ball, that 50 quid ball whip came today. It was actually good. Made in India. Crack's good. Nice one. What's that, Slingshot? You'd have to make a moderator. Oh, for you to put a link on. You can put the name of the video on there. Liam said, I think I said to you before, there's a nutjob woman near me that believes in fairies. You did, yes, I remember you saying. Yeah, I remember you telling me about that. You reckon it's dust? It could be dust. I never did finish dusting this fucking room. City of Figs. Hay fever, dry. Oh, it could be that. Yeah, nice one, City of Figs. Cheers. But I never have this. Jim said, great old stories, Ed. It's a shame, really, that they just aren't relevant anymore. I like them though. Samuel, right, mate? I was going to say, I knew he'd have some kind of comment. He said, I came at the perfect time. Mike's got a phlegmy throat again. Doesn't know why. Matt said, how's the ventilation in your room? You have a window open when you sleep. A little. Actually, sometimes after them I don't. There's not a very well ventilated room, in all honesty. Well, it seems. I'll tell you what, Slingshot. It seems. Who wrote it? Oh, Zed. The weird thing is, it seems to be purely throat, nothing else. No lung issue. No coughing from my lungs. It seems to be ever so slightly phlegmy throat. I reckon it's dust. Ventilation. Change your pillow covers. Actually, I do change my pillow cover about every 2 days anyway. I have it once, I turn it over and change it. Did that person come back, Liam? Where's the comment for that now? I didn't even see it. It's not even come up there for me. What happened there? That's weird. Liam said, yeah, dust can cause allergy style symptoms. I reckon it's that. Oh, the weird thing is though, Liam, you know, it says you've blocked him, but I can't. No comment came up for me. It's all good though. I prefer it like that. Samington, eat a little bit of Vicks flavor. He's always trying to get me to eat the Vicks. City of Figs said, how do you get weapons in the UK? I live here too, and I feel so restricted. Well, that's behind. That's actually a display thing, but behind there is actual all of them things. I have to cover them up for live streams, but a lot of my stuff is replicas, DX, air guns. So it's all just from the internet or shops, really. See if it's on female. So I'll be pro gun for self-defense here. I feel like our self-defense laws are very poor in the UK. Yeah, they are really. That said, you still on those land soaps? No, I stopped. Tactical. I don't think it is that. Dan Wilson, you're right, mate. Slingshot said it's called First Sighting of a Pixie Map. Thank you. I'll find that then. Now, as soon as the chat starts moving, I'll copy and paste it. Right, it's the video. Hang on, I'll tell you in a second, Slingshot. Right, the video I found is 9 minutes 45 seconds long. Is that it? And the first thing it shows is some woods. Hello, Sam, by the way. You put me off by your dodgy comment. I think you say hello. Or did I say hello? I don't know. Zed said, you sure fag packet man from your youth isn't visit you tonight? As a ghost, well, he'd have to be a ghost because that fucking door gets locked when I go to sleep. Richard said, live chat. I can't see that Liam comment deleted, but on top chat, I can see some. Oh, that's weird. Yeah, that's strange, isn't it? It's good. I don't want to see these troll comments anyway. But yeah, it's very weird. Yes, you do have to do a video of you eating it. Right? There's something. This just said there's a connection error. So if it fucks up, I may have to go off. Matt said maybe a little bit of Bulbasaur on your pillow could help. Yeah, the ghost of Chaddy. Hopefully he never followed me home. My mate who left the bloody phone number, not me. City of Figs said, when I tried to look up air guns, it said you need a license. Not in England you don't. In Scotland you do. City of Figs, where'd you come from? No, in England you're all right. Yeah, unless you're in Scotland, which you do. Liam said, yeah, it just blipped for me then, but seems normal now. That's all good anyway. Sam said, okay, I'll do a video tonight. Should be up in the morning. All right, you got to make sure it's a brand new thing of Vic though. Otherwise, won't believe you. Just believe it Vaseline. I looked up eating Vic. They said never do it. If your Vic's is different to ours. Yeah, air rifles. They're perfect. I got one there. That's an air rifle in that bag there. My proper air rifles. Yeah, I nearly went and got one. Then you're not allowed. I would have shown you my air rifle, but I'm not allowed to show you them on live streams. I can show you them on normal videos. Yeah, Essex would be fine. City of Figs. That said, the young ones will never know the joy of finding a porno mag in the bushes. I know, it's sad old day, it is. Sad old days. I got most of my collection from the woods when I was a kid. Get your merchandise in. Yeah, that's better. Said fucking no, that is right. And it doesn't say tattoos upside down, but it's not. You notice that's even the same font as my tattoo. Samuel said it'll be titled Eating Vicks for Mike. Fuck's sake, that goes, Sam. All right. I'm looking forward to it. Stacey said, what are you drinking tonight? Oh, that's just coffee. No, I'm pretty sober tonight. I've been overdoing it lately, so I'm going to stay completely sober this weekend. I don't want to risk like fucking gout coming back on because I've been very badly eating as well, which ain't a good thing. So I'm gonna have a nice healthy week next week, then I could probably get pissed. The more salads I eat, the more drink I can drink. Tactical said, and it was bonus if none of the pages was. That's the only thing. Yeah, you had to rip out all the stuck together pages. Always used to wonder what was what might have been in between those. I knew it was in between them, but I mean, what was the picture? Jim said, don't think I've seen a video showing your air rifle. you know what? I don't think I have ever shown them properly, have I? Just my air rifles. You may be right there, Jim. I don't think I've ever done a dedicated video on just my air rifles. Oh, I might have. No, I'm pretty sure there's old as fuck ones. I'll have to do a video on them one day. Your mother, you right, mate? Richard said JBO. Oh no, I'll let them have a chat. Yeah, all my pistols. There's individual videos on them, but not like proper dedicated videos on them. Liam said, I've not had anything to drink alcohol-wise today. We'll get a small glass of wine before going to bed, though. Wolf said slingshot. What's the title of the video? Yeah, this is the title of that video. I've got it up now. Slingshot, did you say it's 9 minutes, 45 minutes long? If that's the one. Slingshot said, I could picture Mike getting drunk with gnomes and leprechauns. Yeah, same here, mate. And as soon as that leprechaun got drunk, I'd be stealing all his fucking gold. I'd be small enough to crawl it. Well, I wouldn't be small enough nowadays, but something that small enough to crawl in the hole and steal his gold. Tobias, right, mate? He said, what do you think about Glock knives? I've never had one, but they look quite good. You'd make Warwick Davis angry. Fuck's sake. Yeah, you stole my gold. Yeah, they look good, Tobias. I've never had one. Yeah, they look all right. They're probably decent knives. Yeah, never had one, though. I've got a nice blank today to make a knife. This will be made into a survival knife soon. What colour do you think the handle should be? Because it all depends. A hunting knife, I think you'd want like a dark coloured handle, but technically a survival knife really should have an orange handle because you want to be seen if you're trying to survive, isn't it? See, if it's what made you first get into collecting? That's a hard question to answer. I may stay on even later than 12 as long as I'm reasonably quiet. I'll stay on until I feel like going off. Ever since I was a kid, I've always had weapons around. Like my dad, I remember like being about 5 and in his bedroom, in him and my mum and dad's bedroom, like my mum, him and my mum and dad, in my mum and dad's bedroom, I remember seeing like a truncheon, a really nice crossbow, and maybe knives, I think. And then I've just always liked them because it was like a fascinating thing. And I've always liked toy, as a kid, I always liked toy guns and that. And then watching Arnold Schwarzenegger films that was full of gun porn and weapon porn, as they call it. Always liked weapons. And yeah, I've been probably collecting weapons all my life in a way. It's just they went from toys to like homemade stuff to BB guns to what I'm at now. They said, Michael, I used to work at Travelodge. I bought home a porno I found in a bin for Matt. The Lucy Vixen's pages were stuck together. Yeah, that's it. Still makes me laugh. Those fucking pages stuck together. Except when I was young, I didn't know why they were stuck together. Matt said dark brown mic for handles with an orange streak on the boring of the grip. Liam said, right, if you're staying on, I'll be back in a few minutes. All right, mate. I could probably stay until half 12, maybe 1, depending on how noisy I am. People have got to sleep. Yeah. But I'm enjoying it. I've not really looked at the time, so I've got nothing else to do. All right, where am I? Slingshot said moonshine is hard stuff tactical. We're talking 230 proof. That's not possible, is it? That'd be over 100%. 200 proof would be the highest. 100% alcohol. JBO said, that reminds me, Mike, bought one of those blanks from Henny Haynes last week, thinking about doing the handles with a solid filled bone dog treat for the slabs, coffin shaped hand. Oh, nice one. That sounds excellent, Jim. Yeah, I want to let me know how you get on with the dog treat. Like bone or what do you call it? Antler. Because I don't know how good that stuff is. I would like to do that though. Solid bone filled dog treat. That's it. I get you. I want to try that because I reckon a bone or antler handle would look beautiful on a big Bowie knife, wouldn't it? Because that's like the traditional thing. Sam said he found the vapor of. Nice. Hello, Commander. You right, mate? What is it with the trials going on? Shriek says. So just being normal and have a decent chat like everyone else. Sissy Fig said, just looked up crossbow pistols. Thanks for the suggestions, all fed. If you do get a crossbow, you can buy a quiver off me if you want. City of Figs. These fit on the bottom. I've got a whole row of them. And there's more in the shed, just waiting for the bolts for them. I suppose I could if I wanted to, just sell them like £2 cheaper without the bolts. But I like the bolts because no one can never then say they don't fit the bolts. Rolf said, I never understood why people jizz on pictures as it ruins the magazine the next time you want to look at it. That's what I always thought. Why spend they're like £6 a magazine. And then you do that and then you got to sling it. Yeah, I agree with you, also. I've always thought that. Getting a couple of trolls on tonight, so they're just making me laugh. Weird, isn't it? I don't get the old trolls when they them people could join in and have like a really decent laugh and good conversation, maybe learn some stuff. Yeah, but no, track like fucking spastics. You're off, Jim. Good night, mate. Yeah. So in about a week, maybe I reckon, Jim. Let me get the list quickly before you go. I think there's 2 before you, then it's yours for the Yeah, so it'll be it's Eric's dad, then Maitre Mark, then it's yours. Liam said that's insulting to the spastics, right? I did think I don't know whether I should be using that word in this day and age. Fuck's sake. I couldn't help myself. It is nearly 12 o'clock. I'm sure I could get away with it. But yeah, it is insulting then. It used to be called the Spastic Society, didn't it? Sam said video's uploading now. I'll tell you when done. Jim said the JBO, I used a piece of dog chew antler to handle a blade and it worked great. I did dry it out for a couple of weeks first though. Stop it shrinking. Nice one, Jim. That's interesting to know because I want to try it myself soon. I've said that was the legit name for cerebral palsy. I think it was. There definitely was something, Liam, that was. Yeah, there was something called the Spastic Society, but it turned into like an insult, and it still exists now. Yeah, that's a classic one. Who was saying that about Joey Deacon? Yeah, Jim. Yeah, Joey Deacon. That was wasn't that a young bloke with Down syndrome or something who was on like Blue Peter or something, or Tomorrow's World or something like that, or fucking one of those things, wasn't it? And then that became like the next playground insult. And I think this, have you ever seen, I'm going to show you something probably classed as quite offensive. And I know children who do this who would never in a million years know where it came from. Do that to call someone like a spastic. You do that. Because that's what I think Joey Deacon used to do. And doing that, if you wanted to call someone like you'd do that. You'd put your tongue down there. But seeing like a 5-year-old do that now amazes me how that's gone down through the lines. That was in like the 70s. Do you know that insult, putting your tongue down your thing? Fuck's sake. Simon said, try a butcher's bone. I'll give them away. Plenty of material to experiment with. Wolf said, it's not an insult. It's not an insult. It is or was an actual term of reference. Oh yeah, but I mean it's an insult now, but it is a proper term, isn't it? Yeah. But people use it as an insult. Stacey, how do little kids know that? That's what I mean. No little kid now would have ever, but I think it's passed down. It's gone down the generations of parents doing it to their kids. And now there's little kids now doing that, and they have no idea where that would have come from. Yeah, really weird, isn't it? Jim said, yeah, Blue Peter, poor bloke, was turned into an insult. Yeah, it's bizarre how the world goes, isn't it? But yeah, but I've seen, yeah, little kids doing that, and they'd have no idea where that came from. Bizarre. It fixes. I remember that in school. It was the tongue and also the sound. Oh dear, yeah, exactly. But yeah, it's amazing where that yeah, I wouldn't normally, when I said about spastics, I don't normally use that like a thing. But some of these trolls, well, not saying people with mental illness as an insult, but you know what I mean. Though you do wonder about some of these trolls. Sometimes want to call them out for the idiotic freaks as they are. Sam said the video is ready. What about the outcome tomorrow when your shit is burning? I want to see. I don't want to see that, but you know, I'll watch it after this. Sam, it'll be in my subscriptions. You're off, said. Sorry, nearly missed that. Good night, mate. Yeah, it's been all right tonight, isn't it? Yeah. See you later, Ted. I've enjoyed this. Yeah, it's been good. That's what. Yeah, I thought I'd stay on for a bit longer. Renham said it was called Belming when I was. I didn't know that. Liam said, I do legit think a lot of the trolls probably have some sort of psychological issues. I think you're right. Matt said, can Toy make Stacey a custom? Oh, can I make Stacey a custom harness? I'll tell you. I want to tell you what's. Yeah, when I get the when I get the straps to start making my crossbow slings, I'll get enough for that custom harness, if you like. City Fix, a favourite weapon you've ever owned. My nearly 1 inch thick solid brass handmade knuckle dusters was my favourite thing ever. And a couple of other ones. I don't own any now though because they're illegal to own, sadly. They all have to be chopped up. Yeah, probably that. Dream weapon would be to be able to own and afford a solid gold knuckle duster. Oh, that'd be amazing. Yeah, of my own design. City of Figs said, great question. Matt said, Mike, I'll send you measurements. But yeah, I've always been one for brass knuckle dusters. Commander said, do you own a license for real guns? No, if like firearms, no, I don't own any firearms and I don't need a license. So yeah, because I don't. Tactical said, in my day, Liam, they did the same on the CB, playing music and swearing. They still do it now. Grown blokes, Mike Keane, morons. Proper weird, and it does make you wonder. Your mother said my dream weapon is an RMJ Eagle Talon. Stacey said, fuck's sake, Matt, you make it sound like I couldn't get a harness off the peg. Ain't he a bastard sometimes, Stacey? The thing is, you can't expect any more from him, though. It's just. Stacey said, dream weapon in fantasy. I'd want a lightsaber. Yeah. Yeah, a lightsaber would be cool as fuck, wouldn't it? Epic Games said the Phantom Menace was rubbish. Liam said to Tactical Pilot, yeah, I've seen videos of pilots getting pissed off when people make stupid noises. Shan, you right? I love how these conversations just change and change and change. Now I've gone on about how shit the prequel Star Wars films were. Someone said, I'll be just fine tomorrow. I've been doing it since I was a kid, but I'll record the morning shit for you once if you like. Do it. Might have to keep that one private though. Epic Games said tits or ass both, depending on the size. Jan said, where are you from? Southern England. Not far from London, put it that way. Not far from London. Tactical said, exactly, guy near me keeps spoiling our weekly chat. Idiot. Proper weird. Also said, dream fantasy weapon is the Death Star. Yeah, I'm English. Yeah, I'm English. When I said I learned something interesting the other day. There's a Vostok with 4 red bands on it. At the 15-minute mark. Nice. Glasgow, Shan. Nice one. Yeah, yeah. Quite a few English people in here. Have some Scottish people in as well. Yeah. Americans. A bit of everything in here. Just chat about anything. Weapons officer. Apparently, it's so ships are not meant to use the radio between. Right. Yeah, that's very interesting. Liam said so people can hear emergency broadcasts then. So I was surprised to see many guns though. Usually Americans have guns. Well, most of my guns are stuff you can legally own without a license. They are really there though. For live streams, you have to cover them up. But what you actually see there is actually really behind there. But technically, you're not allowed to show them. So I have to actually hide them under a picture of themselves. Fucking mad, isn't it? But there's like air rifles, air pistols, crossbows. Crossbows that really shoot and that. Wolf said we have guns in England, just not handguns. But yeah, you can get shotguns and that. And my cousin's got shotguns and firearms license. But anything on display like that, you wouldn't be allowed. If those was real firearms, they'd have to be locked up. Shan said, got you. In Scotland, we don't use guns so much, though some people have. Yeah, you've got up there, you got you have to have a license for air rifles, don't you? Right, Dan. Good to see you on, mate. You're a bit late, aren't you? I'm a bit late. I'm not normally off by now. I'm not normally sober by this time. If I'm on this late. Wolf said, yeah, the Planet Killer. Christmas and birthday rolled into one. Where am I? Tax with Liam, I have a Vostok Mini spring bus, so I overwound it. Can't find the model. Your mum said UK has an awesome history about weapons and the government ruined it. So said knife crime violently about it. Yeah. It's a bit like down here in the inner cities. It is quite bad, isn't it? Sol, you right, mate? Good to see you on. You're on late as well, aren't you? See if it's shooting in the US is fun. I enjoyed Gatling gun, Winchester, and Remington. Yeah, Gatling gun would be fucking awesome. Renham said you can have old Civil War era black powder pistols and long barreled pistols, Dick Turpin guns. Your mother said, what is wrong about having a sword at home? Nothing. I got a sword just there. I can show that on fucking screen. List. Trousers falling down. Nothing wrong with having swords. You have swords in your own. And that is a proper sword. That is a sharp. Yeah. Because you're not allowed to show fucking guns on live streams anymore. Shan said, do you remember Gordon Brown wanted to make some sort of GPS when a gun was fired? Fuck's sake, he's fucking mad, isn't he, Shan? Fuck's sake. I can't remember him. I remember Gordon Brown, yeah, bloody mental case if he wanted that. Imagine. See your things, where can you buy sharp swords in the UK? Is it Blades UK? Yeah, Southern Swords, Blades UK. I got that from Blades UK, I think it was. This one was from Blades UK, called the Winter Katana. Let me just check it is Blades UK. Yeah. Yeah, this was from Blades UK. Came sharp, good sword, about 80 quid. Yeah. Winter Katana. Yeah. And Tony Blair, fuck's sake. So I said road from High Green to Old Steel Factory. It's about 7 miles. What on your little motorbike? That said World. Did you play Twister with Barrymore, Willy Wonka, Leon Decker, and Uma Thurman? If Barrymore's there, you got to say no. No way. Or what he claims none of it ever happened. Gary Love said, I am a heavenly British Greek Cypriot. You're off tactical. See you later, mate. Good night. Or who is going off? Sam's off. Good night, Sam. He said, watch the video. I expect a reply. So now I can delete it after. No, you got to keep that on, otherwise that's not good enough. See you later, Sam. Good night, mate. Random said, now our Olympics. Oh, I remember that. Yeah, the fucking 2-2 stuff banned. Yeah, and then the fucking our Olympics shooters can't even train in this country, can they? Here's what I thought: it was pool parties. That would anything with Barrymore if it involved bending over and then potentially being on top of you. I think would be a no-no, wouldn't it? What was there any drinking involved? Uma Thurman's all right. Leon Decker, I can't remember who that is. That was one of I think that was one of his recommendations from before, wasn't it? Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, I don't know. See, that changes things slightly. Yeah, that changes something. That changes it a bit there. Fuck's sake, Stacey, does he? I thought it was just me. I thought he just like winded me up on fucking live stream by asking me mental questions. Oh, you get it as well, do you? Exactly, the air love. Danny said, what's the green screen up for? I'm going to do some videos soon that need a bit of special effects. So I've had to set up a green screen, but it took me so long to set it up properly. I've left it up. I might just leave it up for a week now. Yeah, it was taking so long to set up. I just fucking left it. I thought no one would care. Well, no one does care. Sol said, no, my bicycle. Leon Taylor and Aiden. No, nice. I might watch that later then, Sol. I like your videos of you exploring places. Also, Barrymore's going to do Panto again, but he's already done Aladdin. Fuck's sake. That's quite a good one. Yeah. Liam said, which Willy Wonka, Gene Wilder or Johnny Depp? Rough Woodhead. Liam said, making face coverings mandatory in shops in England is being considered by the government to slow the spread of coronavirus. Yeah, I heard that earlier. Wolf's Head. Ralph Wolf's Head. Matt said you could punch out Barrymore and have Leanna and Uma for yourself, and Wonka can suck your everlasting gobstopper. For fuck's sake. Everyone's trying to decide which Willy Wonka they want. What is that, Jim? I'm getting confused here. Oh, shut that down. Shut that. Got a load of fucking tabs open. Oh, Wolf's Head. Fuck's sake. Wolf's Head. You're talking to Wolf's Head, ain't you? Sorry, I'm Googling fucking Wolf's Head, and he's talking to Wolf's Head. Fuck you now. I thought he was talking about someone called Ralph Woodhead. Liam said, yeah, I know Gene Wilder is the better Wonka, but he said it was Willy Wonka. Don't specify. Oh, no, I knew what you meant. Yeah, he never said which one, did he? Dennis, I remember getting scared as a kid of Gene Wilder getting angry in the office again. Yeah, he's quite aggressive in that scene, isn't he? I quite like that. Yeah. You lose, you get nothing. And he starts fully fucking going into it on some little kid. It's all right, Jim. I was getting confused myself. I was thought you was on about, I don't know. Wolf said I like the name Woodhead. Yeah, for some reason I thought you was going about some bloke called Ralph Woodhead. And I looked it up and everything. Yeah, Gene Wilder, I think he's a lot better in that. Johnny Depp's in court at the minute, and he libel. That's doing the Sun for saying he's a wife beater. Matt said Gene was ace in Blazing Saddles as the Waco kid. You know what? I've never seen that. I know what it is though. Reynolds Willy Wonka is a problematic character these days, offering free tours with Chocolate Factory. Definite perv. So he said Grandpa Joe though. What a phony. Fuck's sake. He'd be getting done for benefits cheating this day and age, wouldn't he? Imagine. Don't you start tactical. You confuse me even more now. Liam said, don't forget what happened to the man who suddenly got everything he wanted. He lived happily ever after. Exactly. Put this fucking thing away. They're not fucking about. Too easy to cut yourself fucking about with sharp fucking swords. Right, probably it's down to past and I better go off because people are asleep. Rolf Wright said, fuck's sake. Just getting worse and worse now. Still comes up with pictures of Rolf Harris though, no matter what you put in. Ralph Woodhead still came up with Rolf Harris. Let's not start going there either. Sal said, when I was riding my bike, I stuck two fingers up to a slack because she was shouting at us. So what's the shouting at for? No, can't say Oompa Loompa. Someone's getting nicked. Oh, I am now, by the looks of it. Are you allowed to say it if you're telling someone not to say it, though? I just got that out to fucking play with. I shouldn't keep messing around with these things. Liam said, do you think Wonka would get done for unsafe work practice? I definitely think he would. He wouldn't last 5 fucking minutes, would he, this day and age? I loved it in that first one. He's actually killing all the kids, though. I don't know, not you know what I mean? It makes it so much darker when you think you watch it as a kid and you don't take into account that he's probably actually killing all them kids. They've got to be dead. Yeah, got to be killing them, haven't he? What's his name who wrote those? Fuck, I can't remember his fucking name now. But saying about places where my dad and brothers worked, they worked around his house as well. But after Roald Dahl, they worked around Roald Dahl's house, but after like it was the house he used to live in, obviously because he's dead. You know what I mean? But yeah, they've worked there because he wrote Did he write Wind in the Willows? Didn't he? Who wrote Wind in the Willows? Oh no, Kenneth Grant. Oh, I'm going mad then. I can't remember then. They've either worked at Roald Dahl's house or the bloke who wrote Wind in the Willows. Irishman, you right, mate? Yeah, I'll only be on for about another 10 minutes, but yeah, good to see you on. Yeah, I was wrong. It wasn't, yeah. Yeah, I think fans say lit every other day, so good sporting chance, haven't they? Matt said, one last question, Mike. Do you think TV from the 70s Wonka was actually a TV transsexual. Like say, don't know. No, he didn't. I don't think so. Sal said nowhere near. There's probably mushrooms down there. Liam said weirdly, I was listening to the songs from Wind in the Willows musical last night. That's strange, isn't it? Very strange. See, said I read them as a kid. Dahl was BFG, Fantastic Mr. Fox. Yeah, Fantastic Mr. Fox. You ever seen the film to that? That's really fucking good. The book's probably good as well. Most of his books are good. I haven't read any, but I know they're supposed to be good. Well, actually saying that, no, there's a couple, BFG and a couple of the other ones. Johnny Champion of the World, is it? Some of the others we did read at school. Jim said Liam Wonka would get done for more serious crimes than that. Random said George's Magical Medicines. Oh, that's one of the ones we read. Yes, that's one of the ones we read at school. Yeah. Yeah, Rick Mal reading that. I bet that's excellent. BFG is a trippy film, like being on acid. Like I say. Yeah, a lot of Roald Dahl's books was good, but for kids they're quite like when you read them as a kid, they're sort of quite naughty books. You know, they're not like tame books, are they? When you're a kid. Stacey said, "Yeah, I love Fantastic Mr. Fox at cinema more than the kids." I'll tell you what, I watched it once when I was it must have been Christmas, and I remember sitting up here hungover. That's when normally when I'm hungover, I watch things I wouldn't normally watch. I watched that Fantastic Mr. Fox, and it was fucking excellent. It was really good, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, I genuinely thought that's an excellent film. Yeah, my stomach going. Irishman said, Willy Wonka. I can't talk now. Wrong. Yeah, I'll be on for another 10 minutes. Matt said, Mike, see you next week, hopefully with the Steamroller story. All of us. If I happen to go out next week, I'll save it for the next week. But I promise you, I'll do the full on everything. So good night, Matt. That means Stacey's off as well. Good night, you two, if you're both off. Or if Matt get out of bed and you're going to sit up, Stacey. I'll only be on for another 10 minutes anyway. I said Willy Wonka invited kids to explore his chocolate factory. Yes, Willy Wonka. Nearly. Tom said my arse still hurts from my fucking bike seat. It's like sitting on a stone. Are you staying, are you, Stacey? Reynolds said I like stories about poachers. Not enough poachers these days. The forgotten character. Yeah, you're right. Poacher is a very interesting character. People don't write stories about poachers enough. I always like the old poacher, Michael Elphick in With Nail and I think he's a poacher, or is he a farmer? I don't know. I always thought he was a poacher person. No, he is a poacher, isn't he? Because he sneaks in the pub with the rabbits in his jacket. I think he's not on tonight, but Jumbo Sabu used to be a poacher and a game warden or keeper, I think. I think he'd been both. It does. Tactical said, good night, Matt and Stacey. Sounds like a sitcom. It does. Like a sitcom from like the 70s or something. They show that one with, what's that fucking one with Sid James? Bless This House. They show that on in the day. Quite often leave that on. It ain't very good in all honesty. It's of its time, but yeah, SNL. Fuck's sake. Yeah, that'd be Stacey and Matt then, wouldn't it? Matt said, I've got to go get dressed up, Mike, as a massage girl. It's my turn to be a sub tonight. Fuck's sake. Yeah, good night, Matt. Don't let her hit you too hard. Archetype, you right, mate? Random said, high time they did a remake of Dick Turpin. They haven't done that since the 70s. You had a bloke off of Robinson. That's it. Where the fuck have I got that out? Did I get that out on video? Where have I got that out? Oh no, unless I've been out all day. I've got shit all over my bed. Like I've got my table on my bed. Because I'm having to do this green screen shit. It took fucking ages. Who was saying about trying that new camera as a webcam? I might try that tomorrow. I might try it in the day though before actually I don't need to live stream with it, do I? Like if I can get it working, I might try it just to see how good it looks. But I don't need to do a live stream to test it, do I? Object history, you right, mate? He said it's still going. I just woke up from a nap here and starts. Yeah, just for about another 10 minutes though. So I've been on for 3 hours, 15 minutes tonight. I felt like doing a late one, Rob. I was enjoying it so much. I thought I'd stay on all night. Completely sober as well. And I'll keep being naughty and getting pissed. Drunk. When you know what I mean when I say pissed, don't we? Pissed to you lot is angry. Pissed over here means drunk. Irishman said, yeah, we'll do a Dick Turpin movie or TV series. Wolf said, beat the crap out of him, Stacey, no mercy. DLF said, Mike, if you could only have one tool weapon in a major shit hit fan, what would you choose? That's really difficult. I don't know. I don't know. Possibly a good big heavy duty machete, possibly. Because the problem is crossbows and that can break and run out of bolts. With the stuff I've got, possibly, I don't know, off the top of my head, thinking like instantly, possibly a big heavy duty machete, but I'm not sure. So I said, went to the Ford Master in Sheffield and the abandoned factory, and steam were coming off me like brakes and poured water on them. Ah, bloody hell, that's not good. Must have been going out then. Matt said, one last thing, Mike. That German series called Dark on Netflix is worth a look. Time travel. You've written that before, and you had that fucking spelling mistake, or I thought it was time travel, cult, I am, and general headfuck. If you haven't seen it. Now I feel like I've time traveled because you've written that exact comment before with the same spelling mistake. I can remember it. I'll look that up though. I'm gonna write that down now. What was it called? Dark. Funny thing is, bloody Netflix has just run out. I'm gonna let him come back, Tactical. I don't think he meant what he was writing there. He meant Spaz 12 shotgun, one of them. Archetype. He meant that. That's a Spaz 12 shotgun. I think he meant. Archetype, just write something so I can check you're right. It's all right, Tactical. Don't worry about it. I appreciate you doing that. And I think he meant saying about what weapon you'd have in a thingy. I think he was saying Spaz shotgun, as in Spaz 12 shotgun. I didn't ban you. I didn't. It was one of the mods. He thought you was calling me a Spaz. Yeah, it's all right. That was an easy mistake to make there. It did look like he was saying Spaz because it's Spaz and then something else and then shotgun. But some big heavy duty machete, definitely, I think. That's off the top of my head. Random said, and that and the trenches knife with the brass knuckles are proper CQB fighting knives. Yeah, it's weird. When people say to me, oh, what would you take? I'd have to have a search about first. I forget what I've got half the time. You know what I mean? Yeah, I forget what I've got half the time. Yeah. It'd have to be something with a decent reach. It'd be quite long. Yeah. Oh, Wolf said, you're off, mate. Good night, mate. Stacey said, yeah, dark, it's good, but need to concentrate a lot. The characters in different times could get fused. I will look into that. That's all right. I must, sorted in it. General said, Mike, if you could only have one set of clothes for shitted fun, what would you choose? Definitely a decent set of trousers with some decent amount of pockets in and that tie up at the bottom. Any probably kind of t-shirt. See, again, it all depends what what time of the year it is, dear love. See, winter you'd want completely different clothes to summer, wouldn't you? But I suppose you're gonna want, if it's gonna last you forever, say, or as long as possible, you'd probably want something warm. But at least you could take it off, couldn't you? So some kind of, I've got like a fleecy kind of jumper up there. And this is what I've got. I'd have to take my bomber jacket. That's reasonably warm, little waterproof, decent amount of pockets. But if I could buy stuff deliberately, I'd get different things probably. I'll definitely check out Dark, Stacey. I've written it down. I won't be able to watch it on Netflix now because I ain't got it, but I could probably get it another way anyway. No, I'm definitely looking at that. That is the kind of thing I do like, time travel stuff. I've even got a bit of time travel. When I do that Choose Your Own Adventure film series on here, that'll have time travel in it. I'll tell you what I like a lot: time travel, found footage. Right, I better start getting ready to go off now. It's been a good night. I enjoyed that. A couple of strange trolls came on, but they was just more amusing than anything. The thing with trolling, I never understand it. When that person, like them three people, could have joined in and had like a proper decent chat and a laugh, but they choose not to. Very bizarre. Yeah, well, yeah, I better go off because there are people who are asleep, so I have to start talking quieter as it goes on. If I remember, 3 hours 21 minutes, not bad. Thank you for watching, everyone. I'm going to go off and what's the time? Watch a bit of telly, I think. Cheers for watching, everyone. I appreciate it. I'll be on tomorrow about 9 o'clock. I don't know how long for. Maybe another 3 hours. Object history said thick leather jacket, kind of designed for bikers in case they fall. Hot as hell, but decent armor. Exactly. Right. Thank you for watching, everyone. I appreciate it. Cheers, mods, for your work. I appreciate that as well. And I'll see you all tomorrow because I'm not going out. Good night, everyone. See you later.